Hi everyone.
Hi, Rajesh. Hey, hi, everyone. Morning, Rajesh. Hi, Rajesh.
Kalpana,
Hi, everyone. Hi,
can I
Rajesh.
start the recording?
Yes, Rajesh, sir.
Just give me 2 minutes, guys. We'll start at 11:05. Kalpana, please start the recording.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Just give me 2 minutes, guys. We'll start at 11:05. Kalpana, please start the recording.
Yeah, sure. I already started, Rajesh, sir. 1 minute.
From where I have got that.
It is taking a while. Just give.
Okay. Yeah, let me make this. How to make this US spotlight change on this? Okay. Sorry. Okay. Just 2 more minutes. Just 2 more minutes. Kalpana, is it better if you make me co-host? I think because I'm getting these. What do you say? Kalpana, it is better if you make me a co-host because I'm getting these pop-ups whenever someone joins.
I made you co-host only, Rajesh, sir. The option that I've got is also co-host.
Okay. Okay. No issues. Just that sound will be that.
Let me try one more time. 1 second, Rajesh, sir.
Yeah.
I'll remove and again I'll add you.
Okay. Okay.
Add as co-host. That is what I'm doing, but still you are becoming the host.
Okay. No issues.
Okay.
Okay. So let me start by thanking you, everyone who has joined this session. Okay. Now, okay. So, first of all, sorry, we couldn't conduct these sessions for a while because of certain other issues. But now,
Rajesh, sir, can you present your screen? I stopped my screen.
yeah, I'm about to. But now we are again back. Okay. 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 Now let me share my screen. Okay. So let me open Tableau as well. Oh, not this one. Just use that Tableau. Okay, so as promised, first what we'll do is we'll go ahead with what do you say, this first scenario, how to get a hierarchy in the single column. Okay, so I'll go with that session of that hierarchy.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, this Prasad. Can we start with server related business if you have any? Like,
server.
yeah, if any server doubts are there. So,
Server, we'll come to that later, right? Because the main motto of the session is that scenario, right?
okay.
Okay.
No, actually, this is doubt session only, right?
Yeah, the scenario followed by doubt session.
Okay.
That scenario, see, the reason I put that scenario is because there is many people are asking for that requirement. And
Right.
server, I think our server specialist, I'm not sure if he's present. Let me Kalpana, can you call Prasad once and check him?
Hey, Rageshwar, this is Prasad only I'm talking.
Hey, oh Prasad, you are the one who are talking. Sorry. See, just give me first 10-15 minutes so that I can go through that point and then.
Why I'm asking? No, I need to go out actually. So if I have
Okay,
any
let's do
server
one
related
thing.
questions.
Any immediate server doubts, please go ahead and ask him, please.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Any immediate server doubts? Any doubts in server?
No, Rageshwar, actually, I have doubt in desktop only. If you want, I'll ask.
Okay.
We'll continue that
will
one
come back
also, but
later.
meantime, yeah.
Yeah, desktop doubts will come back later after the what?
No,
Any server
I'll
doubts?
rejoin the call again if you want, but I just need to go out actually. So
No issues. Okay.
So
Yeah.
Prasad, I have one doubt. I have one doubt. Yeah, carry on. Okay. So Prasad, this is Manish. Manish, yeah, we already had a talk, right? Yeah. So you asked me to check with the admin team. So what step they have done to do the while doing the publishing. So that I sent you on screenshot. So just wanted to understand like the step what he have given, is that right, or is there any glitch in that? So I just wanted a confirmation on that. That's it. Yeah, I'll check the message and I'll get back to you, Manish, on this. I'll call you separately. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Prasad. And one more thing, have you got any chance to download that workbook particularly so that we can try our side? So we'll find it out what is the issue is there. Yeah. So I just asked admin team and they have given me the workbook from the prod, and but I just downloaded and I have connected to the SAP HANA with the quality password and data connection, and that I was able to do the publish on quality and it was working fine. So I guess yeah. I do not have any broad data connection, so I think there is a glitch with the publishing data connection. I think there might be like network connection between prod to SAP HANA. Yeah, there should be the reason actually. So we'll see. Like we'll connect today maybe if possible. Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah. So they have given me these steps, like what steps they have done to publish on the prod. So one point was there is some glitch. I was not sure with that one point. So maybe you can see. I've given you the screenshot on WhatsApp. You can just I'll check, Manish. Yeah. Thanks, Prasad. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, someone else had a
Prasad. Hi, Prasad. This is Rakesh. Yeah. Actually, in Tableau server, we'll see like dashboard, right? In the dashboard, we have that download option, right top. Right, exactly. So after clicking the download, I can't see these options are highlighted like data and cross tab. I'm not able to download sometimes I'm not able to download this data and cross tab. Some dashboards you may not have a proper permissions for that dashboard. For download option, you see, for while giving the are you the admin or publisher? No, publisher. I'm a Tableau. You are publisher, right? Tableau server admin has to be configured that permissions while downloading that particular dashboard or project entire sheets. He has to give that permissions to download option. Mm-hmm. So download option is visible.
No, download option
that's what for everyone. See, but download option means it's a PDF, cross tab, data, entire data, and full exactly. Data. Some points there. 6 points will be there. The whole 6 points needs to be give the permissions by your admin. So maybe he restricted that.
But
Due to some reasons.
Prasad, I have one question here.
For some dashboards, it is showing that all like as I said, whichever the options are clicking that down. Right. Whatever the new dashboards has been configured, maybe he restricted that. Okay, no worries.
Here
Yes,
I have
just
one question. Prasad, I have one question here.
Yeah.
So if someone has published, if he has published the workbook, he's the owner, right? If he's the owner, he should have all the options, right?
He has to, yeah. Okay. But he is asking that he is not the public. Yeah, understood.
Okay.
Yeah, I publish also. But okay. For that, yeah, okay. Whatever the publisher you publish that dashboard, you may able to see all the options. But whatever other persons publish that dashboards, maybe you may not get the options. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah. Just check with your office. Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Any other server doubts, guys?
Yeah, hi, Ruben.
Yeah. Sorry, other users, other attendees, only because Prasad is the server expert. Just because of that, we are taking server doubts in prayer. Okay. Because he has.
Okay, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
I am a Tableau developer only. Once I have published my report to the server, which means there is some access in Tableau desktop. I have x-axis, y-axis between 1,000 ranges. But when I publish in server, it will show only 2,000, 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000. There is a miscalculation in the server. May I know what is the reason? While creating the dashboard, you make 10,000, 20,000, something like that. Yeah. But after publishing that, it will automatically create it in Tableau desktop. Once I publish workbook into the server, which means when I open in the server, it will show 6,000, 8,000. Okay. We need to check that one because even I'm not sure why it is why it is happening like that. We need to check because it shouldn't be do like that. Like while publishing, you are not server won't touch any layouts or designs, nothing. It just display the design whatever you published on desktop, whatever you present on desktop. That's it. It won't change anything. It won't change any values or like any customization or like any layout or something like that. It won't change. Maybe the other reason is maybe you can see that layout option will be there, right? Rajeshwar layout or something like that. It's a display resolution will be there, right? Yes. While creating the report, you can see the display resolution. Can you change that resolution and try it again? Sometimes you may compress the data, right? You may compress or extend that data like dashboard width and height. In that scenario, maybe that will be aligned. Okay. It won't change. Okay. We have to alignment. Yeah. It may be aligned, but it won't change. Just try it again and let's see. Okay. Thank you. That shouldn't be changed actually. Okay, sure. Thank you.
Hello, Prasad. I have one question about the server. Just the client requirement was he want download button. So I use dashboard download object and that select cross tab. And when we publish, so he can get the whole dashboard in Excel format or CSV format. Okay. But the issue is that when I use the Excel format, whole data is a string. So there is any option to convert or to hide the Excel option to give only a CSV option on server side?
We can hide that Excel and CSV both are same, almost same.
But when we use that download object now, so it giving by default two options, CSV and Excel.
Right. Excel. That's it.
So so can we hide that Excel option?
I think it should be checked at the server level, right? Server admin level, right? Prasad?
Yes,
No.
server side. Yes, Raj.
Server side only.
Yes,
That's what
right.
I'm thinking.
Admin should restrict either CSV or.
Right, Rashid, but both Excel and CS both comes together actually. That's
Okay.
what I'm thinking. Can we do that or not? That's what I'm thinking. If it is cross tab, we can restrict. If it is Excel and CSV, we can restrict. One of them we can restrict. Both of them. Like he is asking like CSV and both comes together actually.
Okay.
So I need to
only one option to select for both of them, right? That is what you're saying.
Right.
Okay.
I need to check that.
Okay, sir. Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure this one. This is first time I'm listening. So let me check and get back.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Hello.
Oh.
Hi, Prasad. Yeah. Yeah, Prasad. The desktop, even sometimes I'm not able to open the Tableau files also, Tableau workbook. And is there any from server admin side? Is there any optimization techniques are there in order to? Not opening means are you getting? I mean, taking the time to load the dashboard or what? Sometimes it is taking. Sometimes in the worksheets it is. If you go to another worksheet, it is not opening. So like while swapping the worksheets, it is taking too much of time to take the load the data, right? That's what you're saying. Yeah. See, have you connected with live or extract? Extract only. Yeah. So, like maybe that depends
Number
upon
of
data, Raghav, because it's a huge amount of data. Maybe if you have huge amount of data, it may get. I mean, you may get delayed actually. So. Can you try to put some incremental refresh or something like that so that you will be get away? Yeah, I done I normally use the full refresh every day. Full refresh. So can you try to put in a incremental refresh so that you will get that data early? Sometimes this one actually it will not able to connect to the data, so sometimes that error is coming. Which error? Yeah, actually not connected to the database. Database. But after some time it is getting it, right? Yeah. That's what you're saying. After sometimes you will get it. No, again we have to load or sometimes it is coming. Sometimes again we have to load or we have to go to the connection details again. But you're not changing any connections or any password or any credentials, right? No. So because of that, yeah, exactly. Because of used data. What is the database? That is Denodo database. Denodo. Yeah. We have not that much of records actually. It is in just 1 lakh, 2 lakh records. Okay. Is that online Denodo? No. That database. It's not cloud. It's not cloud anyway. Not cloud. It is. It's an storage itself. Yeah. Physical storage. Yeah.
Hi. Yeah. Hello. Satish. So whoever posted that question right from Denado. So what you got to do right next to the data source, you got to like put in a question mark and then say timeout is equal to 0. So that way you should be able to retrieve the data much faster. Okay. Mm-hmm. Give it a try. No, right next to the data source, try question mark timeout is equal to 0. So that way it should load the data much faster than you think. We had done this thing in the past, and we were able to do it successfully. Okay. We can try it for other databases as well. It is only one. Just Denado. Just Denado. This is just for Denado. Okay. And then if it doesn't work, check with your DB, to see if there are any other options. But that should work. Okay. That's good. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
And Prasad, one last question. So, if we are while doing the publishing, while we publish the workbook and we have multiple dashboards, we are connected to multiple data sources. So there, while publishing, we get the option of selecting the data dashboards, but we don't get any option to select the data sources because for one dashboard also we have to publish all the data sources. So is there any option to
No, there is no option. There is no option. We have to publish.
Like if it is embedded, you need not. But if it is published, yes, you need to publish the data sources individually and then publish the dashboard separately.
Okay, because I was trying to test and I wanted to publish only one dashboard. But in that case,
Try embedded, right?
If you're not using the data source, you can close the data source, right? While publishing, while working on that, you can close that. Close whenever you want. Okay. Yeah. Whenever you want, you can connect with. You can fetch the new data source and you can work on that. Meantime, you can close it, right? Yeah. No, but close means it will get moved out from my workbook, right? Yeah. Yeah. So no, I don't want to do that because I just want a testing purpose. I just wanted to upload one dashboard to check whether it is working fine or not. So maybe I was in an impression that either any select option or something can be done. There is no option. And and after publishing, like when we go to the server, on a very initial load, some filters UI is missing. So I need to toggle to some other sheet or dashboard and again come back to the same dashboard, then it will get appear. So why it is happening? Like, is it due to load or what is exactly?
Okay, what is it showing? No items.
No, so for example, if I publish the dashboard on server and when I go to server and to that particular dashboard, some filters are missing, like the UI of that filter are missing. So I need to toggle to some other dashboard, like for example, I have 7 dashboards. So I'll go to that and again I'll come back to that. So that time it will get.
I think do one thing, because we are not able to picture what you are saying. Later, can you send us, you have this 91213, right? Can you send a screenshot of the same so that we can look into it?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Okay.
So in Tableau server, it is missing, right? That filter?
No. It is saying he's not visible unless until he visits another page and comes back, right? Another dashboard or something and comes back. The filter is not visible.
Yeah, exactly. So filters are there, but I cannot see the filter value and nothing. Like I just have to go back to some other dashboard and again I'll come back, switch back to the same. It will get load. So maybe some time or I don't know. It is not taking. It is not getting the that much.
So you mean to say in the filter is there, but the drop down whatever you need to get the items that are not present.
No. Filter is also missing. Like there is nothing. It's blank. If you will see, I have used the filter in the desktop, and here I cannot see what is happening. So the quality team is getting. It's kind of weird UI. Something is missing. Nothing is there on the server.
Are you using any containers on your dashboard?
Yeah, so there are like 20 filters we have used. So we have put all the filters into one container. Like in one horizontal container, we have created a couple of vertical container, and all vertical container we have given those filters.
So filters in total container are missing, or only one filter is missing?
No, like partial filters are missing. Like not all filters. Some filters are appearing, some filters are not appearing. Like that. So Rajeshwar, I have that, and meanwhile I will just try to connect and I'll try to send you the screenshot maybe on. Yeah. So maybe you will get a clear picture.
Yeah. And one more thing is, if whoever is interested what the scenario is, why this scenario is, next doubt session we'll discuss more on this once I go through what he is asking. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other server related doubts?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prasad, they provide single server only, but they are asking to maintain all the environments over there, DAO, QA and prod. Is that possible? Yeah, create a sites and just name it as a, like that is one option. Like the single server means standalone server or a node server. It is standalone server.
It should be standalone
server.
It should
standalone, right? So in that case, what we should do, like create a sites, 2 sites for one for UAT and one for dev, one for production. That's what we can do. We can't manage multiple environments in one single standalone server, right? Yeah. So create 2 sites actually, 2 or 3 sites for one for UAT, one for dev, one for production, and provide your permissions as like only developers can access development. Users can access only production, and UAT for testing purpose, only for testers or something like that. Just give the permission roles and responsibilities to them like that. So as admin, you can view all the content, right? So you can migrate one side to other side whenever you want.
Can't we create multiple folders in one server like they create?
Not multiple folders, sites. That's what sites you can create. Like
suppose if we create multiple folders,
that is also,
admin can give.
Yeah, that is also option actually. But for safer side, I think it's better to create a sites. That's it. Okay. Folders also is fine, but you have to provide roles and responsibilities accordingly.
Yeah, there will be a group and we need to assign.
Developers can only see they can develop and publish. Users can only view the reports in that way. Okay. Correct, sir. Okay, thank you. Okay. Hi, sir. Hi. Yeah, I have a question. Like we have a different sites, projects, and workbooks in the server commonly. Okay. So I want that complete information, like a site name, project name, workbook link. I want to export to Excel, like whatever the data we're having. Okay. So you can take the DSM command. You can able to export instead of checking out everything. Oh, you can do like custom administrative views will be there, right? You can build one for you, like for your reference, so that you can fetch the data in single click. Okay, so all the workbook names, all the site names, everything. All the metadata, whatever the metadata is there in Tableau, you can export by filtering and customizing. You're not the admin, right? If you're the admin, then you can go to site settings and you can see custom admin views. Not custom admin views. Admin views will be there, right? Yeah, admin views will have only like how many viewers are seen. So what that information? No. So by using that admin views, we can create whatever we want. Like as you're asking, my site name, or my username, URL, site, whatever hierarchy, enter how many times he accessed, how many days you have been not accessed, everything you will get it. The link also, right? Yes, link also. I'll just check that. Yeah, you can check online, or else if you want, you can touch with me so that I'll help you out how to create a custom admin views. Sure.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi. I have one question. I have a dashboard of Tableau and I published on server, but I use in that some action filters also. So in desktop, all action filters are working fine, and just like one bar, if we hover on that and hyperlink, so some hand button is there. Hand button is shown, correct? But in Tableau desktop, it's showing, but in Tableau server, it's not showing. It's just showing a single arrow, not showing. So that's why my business users are getting confused where to click this.
Maybe I think Rajesh can answer this.
Can you come again?
Actions are not working properly, I guess.
No. Actions are also perform well, but the hand is not coming. Actions are also performing on.
Whenever placing that picture button or whatever the button will be there, right? Like picture or something like icon.
No. Just if we hover on bar chart and
Okay.
And that hover hand must be there for pointing.
Right.
Yeah, that hand is not coming.
I still didn't get the point. So if
whenever go to the URL or something like that, right?
Yes.
Hand icon will be coming, right? Right?
Yeah, hand icon means mouse click or hide.
Mouse click or hide click.
Yeah, just like here is a mouse click, and when there is a hyperlink, there is a mouse icon or action filter when we are using.
Okay.
From the scripting.
We can actually configure in the actions.
Yes, that's what I said. In actions, we have to configure. That's what I remember.
About hand, I'm not sure. Why just
No, we didn't require this means to configure. So actions are also performed well.
No. I remember that one option will be there. When we put on the icon, handover button, icon will be displayed or not. I think one option will be there in actions itself. You missed it. I'm not sure. Maybe you missed it.
So you mean to say this, right?
Yes. This one same.
Yeah.
So
did you put menu then in the actions? Did you put menu? The URL action, it should be menu to get something.
That's true. Yes, it has to be menu. in order to get that
See,
hash.
here I put, if I go to actions, here it is menu. Menu will give you, when you click on that in the tooltip, it will give you the whatever the link. Here I can name it, click here.
Okay. Click. But on bar,
Anything,
let's suppose
nothing of any text. See, if I click here, I'm getting here. So if I click it, it will take me to that.
yeah. So I will check that. But in that, when published on server, it's not showing. On local desktop, it's showing.
No, that is what. If it is not showing, even if you selected menu, then that is what a point we need to discuss.
Yeah, if you want to see in Tableau server also, you need to set up in Tableau desktop.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you need to configure that in the actions.
Yes.
Actions is okay.
Yeah. Okay.
If you don't do it, you would see it in desktop, but in the server you would not see that option.
Okay.
Fine. Tableau desktop price for show, right? We know select time. So that's the option you need to go.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any server related?
Any other one?
Prasad, you have something in comments. One is asking, I have recently upgraded from 2021.1 to 2022.1. Pre-upgrade, the build length was 4096. As you know, it is very standard. But after upgrade, I am forced to set this to 1024. Otherwise, I have noticed the application process fails. Do you have any insights in this topic? So,
can you paste the comment to me personally?
Okay, I can't because I didn't open any. You can go into Google Meet chat, right? Google Meet chat. Google Meet chat. Satish Parvatneni has put it. 11:14.
Satish Parvatneni. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll check, Satish. I need to check.
Thank you, Prasad. Nothing urgent, but yeah. We can turn it offline. Thank you.
Okay, there is one more. I think he's asked. Yeah, RK has asked, right? That he needs to export information to Excel. Yes?
Yeah, that's completed.
Yeah,
that is completed.
Okay. Again, Satish Parvatneni has replied. Do you have repository? Okay. If when
I'm
trying to add
do you have access to repository? Yeah, yes, we have. If you're the admin, you will get that access. Otherwise,
and Prasad, if I'm not wrong, even if you have access to data dictionary, then they might be able to get the data, right?
Same. That Postgres is nothing but data dictionary.
Okay.
Rajesh, just one small doubt. Image processing is possible in Tableau?
Yeah. Kalpana is the expert of image processing. Kalpana.
Oh, great.
Even I'm not sure. I haven't done this. I need to ask this again.
I think.
What is that regarding?
Image processing, Kalpana.
Image processing. Just I want to ask, image processing is possible in Tableau. Can you please guide me for that?
Okay. There was 1 minute.
Okay, shall I stop sharing? Kalpana?
Shall I?
Wait. Last, guys, any other server related doubts, guys? Any other server related doubts? Okay.
I'll get back. I mean, I'll be there in 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
All this is still going on.
Okay, I'm stopping the share screen. Kalpana, do you want to share anything on the same? How to do that? Just a brief overview. Because
entire image processing means that will take some 30 minutes time, but I'll give you a quick update.
Someday you can take a session on that. Someday down the line.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm stopping the presenting. You can guide him in a brief.
Rajeshwar and Kalpana.
Thank you, Prasad. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, bye, Prasad. Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you, Prasad. Thank you, guys.
Okay. And as Prasad left, there is one other Tableau expert in here. Is Peter Parker. He's also there. So yeah, we'll get back to server again. Let's go through desktop for a while. Yeah.
So here, first to have your image processing done, you need to have your data. So that data that you might get either from, there are two ways of image processing here. So one is that when you want, let me think.
Guys, I'll next after this doubt, I'll share that scenario, how to do that. Guys, can you mute? There's a disturbance coming.
Okay, so here, just observe this data, guys. So, what is this data? Let us come back to this later. I show you, just observe for all the subcategories that I'm taking mixed. Guys, others, can you please mute? I'm taking mixed and as equal values, 150. Now here I'm using, first I'm connecting to this one.
Venkatesh, can you go on mute? There's some background noise is coming.
Yeah, Venkatesh,
Yeah,
can you
others,
please mute?
Okay. Now here you need to have your data ready for your image processing. Even if you don't have data ready, that you need to guide the persons to give the data, or else you can directly take that into Excel. Here I have taken the sheet 1. So this is my data that I'm having. X and Y coordinates are the must to design your image processing. First, here I have taken one sort of data. First of all, here I need to do one thing. Some subcategory. So this is the data that I want to show it on image processing. Now here I am going to sheet 1. Now here there are two ways. Generally, when I want to show for all the subcategories, I want to show the images. Means generally, what is that we'll do? We'll directly take that shape here. From here, I'll take this and I'll take the image, respective images. I'm having few images here. So before that, I'm bringing subcategory to the shape. So here, just go to the shape, and here some folder create in the shapes folder under this my Tableau repository. You might have an idea about that. Now this is the direct way where we can take these images into Tableau. But in the same way, when you want to take the same sort of images into Tableau, here if you are unable to see the image, or if you want a clear image, or if you want a bigger image, then the other way is that the same images I'll bring, the alignment is also same, one below to each other. Then the process that we follow is using these coordinates X and Y. So here I'm bringing X coordinate and I'm bringing Y here. Now don't take aggregation here, just take dimension so that, but the behavior should be, means that need to get the or green colors only. Now, what are that you need to show here? I want to show subcategories. Then I am bringing subcategory to the row shape. Now here I want to show one below to each other. That is why I have taken 100 as X value, 50 as Y value. That means for each of the image that I am taking here, the axis will be uniform. Why you need the axis to be uniform? With the image processing, you will understand now. First, as of now, complete these steps, then come to this map and go to this background images. From which data source you have taken this? This is sheet 1 of sample superstore. Now, this window will be open where you want to add the image. What is the image you need to add? Here I am browsing. Here under my Tableau repository, you know this my Tableau repository, right? Under shapes folder, I kept one folder like subcategory. Even in the image processing, the images should not be on only in under shapes. Anywhere it can be available. Just for the easy access, I kept it there. Now here I am taking this. Now here I am taking this. And now, what is your X field and Y field to present? Here you are having your axis like this, and you are having this vertical. At any given point of time, your axis will start from 0. That is why when you are starting on the x-axis, the value will start from 0. That is why you will never change this value. On the right side, the maximum space that I am giving here is at 100. And again, for Y also, at the bottom it starts from 0. Then no need to change that. On the top, I am giving the maximum. That means to fit the values, to fit the image into the coordinates that I have given, I am taking the maximum as 150 here. When I click on apply, just observe it, this is the image. When I click on apply, you will get all these images to all of these subcategories. Why? Because I haven't mentioned any filter that I need this image to access this. That is where you define that filter in the option. How you will define? Here only show when add your filter. What is that filter? Here I have taken this subcategory. When it is accessories, then only show this. That is what I'm saying here. Then you will get the image only for this. Okay, give me 1 minute, guys. Someone is trying to.
Yeah, I did that. I did that.
Okay. So like this, you need to, for example, I want to add for one more time, I'll do this, right? Again, you want to add from appliances, just go to this, again, you take the sheet and again, add image. Here again, browse the image and I'm taking appliances and here I'm taking that point again. Why every time we will take X and this X and Y coordinate values are the same means here your alignment will be one below to each other. That means the same coordinates should follow through all of these dimensional field members that you are taking here. So that is how you follow and that is how you do this image processing. And here as directly it will take this shape here at any given point of time here. I am not taking this. But in the fit width, if you observe, you are getting this shape as this circle, hollow circle. Just to take out that here, just take the color as white and this opacity I am taking it to 0. Then even that circle that you are showing that is coming here will also be not shown here. Okay, this is one way of image processing. And there is another way of image processing. What is that another way? Let me show you. Here under shape, I am having here you are able to see one image, right? So this sort of image, some image they will give, or else some cricket stadium, or else your company's floor plan, or else some other allocation plan. They will give you some plan like this. And they want the employees to be allocated or the spaces that given to the employee should be shown. Then in this case, what is that we need to do to show this image processing? Then here, what is that you need to, again that is a altogether a new thing. What is that means? Here you need to have your data prepared. What is meant by data prepared here means even for this also, even for the simple image processing that we have done here, we need to have a must things are there, this X and Y coordinates. Here after you are bringing your data, you can't define X and Y here. That is why this should come along with your data source, or else just take an external data source or Excel or something and do the joins and get this. But here when you are bringing the other ones, here as of now I am using this coordinate guys, don't confuse between these. I am using the present coordinates that I have taken here. What is the present coordinate I am taking? X is 100, Y is 50. Don't get confused with the things that I am taking here. Why? Because I want to show you how to take. Now here, I don't need many images to bring here. I just need only one image where I will show the floor plan. Then these are the X coordinates that I am having. Now I'm going to this map and again I'm going to this. Here, just the prior concept you have understood, right? Or else even here also you can add, that is not an issue. Here I am going to this my Tableau repository shapes and here under custom, sorry, let me take floor plan one. Okay, now here it should fit in the total available space. I am giving the total available space as this 100 points and 50 point coordinates. Now here I am getting this. The complete floor plan I am getting this. Now here I am taking it to entirely. Now I want to allocate the persons. Then the data where the employees are working, how many employees are there and what is that, how many employees, and all this data will be like, for example, I'll show you just an example data. Now here in my company, I'm having some categories like this. I'm holding the business like under furniture office supplies, and there are some subcategories under that, bookcases office supply, and there are some employees are working there. But for any image processing, you just need X and Y coordinates. Then how to get that X and Y coordinates means generally the company will gives you this X and Y coordinates. Even the company is not having any idea about what is this image processing and all that. Just take any other source, just add some Excel sheet and bring that X and Y as uniform just take X as 100, Y as 50 and bring that to Tableau. Why I'm telling entire image is now fit into this space, right? Now, for example, here for category, I'm giving this space. For office supplies, I'm giving this space. For technology, I'm giving this space. Under this, some employees are working. For example, here one is working, here one is working, here one is working. This space should be given to someone, these two spaces should be given to something. Then what is that I need to consider here means first you just edit your axis, just take the tick marks for each of the tick interval of 1 so that you can get the values very closely. Now here also I am taking the same. Now I have taken this. Now, when I am taking this position I am talking about. Then this position's coordinate place is like 27 on this x-axis, and on the y-axis, if you see, it is somewhere around near 12 or 30. So whatever that might be, that is fine, guys. Exactly, you can't use the coordinates. Once you have taken the coordinates, you can adjust the coordinates. That means here again I am connecting to the data that I am having. What is the data source? In this sample superstore, I'm having like in sheet 2 or sheet 3. Sheet 2, I'm having some data. Now we'll work on this. Some spaces are there, right? Let us work on this. I'm having the sheet 2 of data. Now here, I have taken few coordinates already. So that is why we are getting something. But this is not the picture that we are developing, guys. How we got this? We have used the coordinates of this sheet, right? Again, I am building this image processing right from the beginning for this data, not for this data. Then what is that we need to do? I am taking X, I am taking Y. But in my data, if you observe, my X and Y coordinates are not any near to 100, where there is no such value that is giving the value as 100 or 50. So somewhere here you are having might be, this is X coordinate, but on Y-axis I don't have any such value as 50. Then, but even though to make that it is coming in a proper order, I am fixing my axis to. Why? Because the maximum axis length that I am taking here is 100. Why? Because I want to fit that image in between those coordinates that I am taking here. Again, I am fixing y-axis as 50. Even you can take 1000 and 500 also. Again, the coordinates will change. That's it. Now here, I am taking it to entirely. Now, I am bringing the image. Background images, sheet 2 of this. Now add image. Now browse. Now I am bringing this image. Now right coordinate is 100. Up will be 50. Now I got my image perfectly. Now here, what is that I am doing? So here, I want to talk about the genders I am bringing here. Then when I drop them in the gender, even I am this. Now here I am bringing that gender into color also. Sorry, what is it I've done?
Kalpana, you are taking your half an hour.
Sorry, that is what I said. Image processing is something that takes minimum.
I think it's better you take a separate session on this, right?
Okay.
So complete it fast so that because many others nodes are there. Right?
Now see, you are able to see, right? Here I already, because of the data that I am having earlier, the allocations are coming here. Now if I go to shape, if I go to more shapes, I'll take some cricketer space or something. So no, not this. Now I'm taking, randomly I'm taking these images, guys. Why? Because I'm taking so much of time. Okay, sorry. So that is what, to understand this image processing, we just need to spend some time. Okay, now here if I go to size. Why it is not coming? Because some color is added in the gender. Like this, so just we'll do only one space, guys. Here I want to give this position to some person. Here, for example, this position is there, right? Under furniture, furnishings, or else we'll do it for office supplies. These labels. I want to give this position to this female, guys. So what are the coordinates that you are having? On x-axis might be somewhere around 46. On y-axis might be somewhere around 22. Then here enter the values as 46 and 22. Okay, now press Ctrl S and come back to this and just refresh this. Now here the person is coming. If you felt that this position, this image is coming a bit higher, then just decrease the coordinate. 45, make it 45. Ctrl S, then come back and again refresh. Sorry, we need to change Y position one last time. Y position should be 21. That's it. Now just refresh. This is how we do image processing, guys.
Okay. So
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So guys, what do you suggest, with the doubts or with the scenario?
Yeah, Rajeshwar, actually I have doubt regarding the Tableau desktop.
Okay.
If you are okay,
Okay. Let's take doubts. I'll take that. I'll give that scenario in the last.
yeah, I just have a doubt. Like I just want to show like a comparison, like
Just
a
a
current
minute.
year
Just
and
a minute.
previous
Just a
year.
minute. Just a minute. Ravikiran, you there?
Yes, Rajeshwar.
Okay. So Ravikiran is also one of the Tableau desktop expert that we have here. So we have total Prasad left. So Peter Parker, Tableau Prep, Tableau Server, and to Tableau desktop as well. But he's expert in Prep and Server. And Kalpana is Tableau desktop design specialist, and Tableau Ravikiran is Tableau desktop again, and I'm also Tableau desktop. Yeah, go ahead, guys.
Yeah, Rajeshwar, just I want to show like a current year and previous year sales comparison. Like say for sales and profit, if we take some example.
Current year and previous year.
Yes, in dual axis, like in line graph.
You want current year and previous year sales. So the YTD or current year previous year sales?
Current year previous year. That is what YTD.
Okay, so you
for
want
sales and profit.
So it is current year and previous year.
Can you place the sales and profit in rows?
Yeah.
Sales and profit in rows.
I'll put it in text better. Yeah.
And can you make dual axis that? In one graph, I need to show sales and profit.
You want sales and profit like this. Okay, let me make these as bars. Okay, and you want to make it a dual axis. Okay.
Dual axis.
Okay.
Okay. Now it is showing the 21, 22 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I want, like we have hard coded, right? The 21 and 22 in filter. We in filter you kept right alternate like 21 and 22. Suppose if we extend at like 2023, automatically it should be refreshed.
For that, year of order date is equal to year of today, or year of order date is equal to year of today minus 1. Okay, now let me click on apply. Okay, now here I am bringing this in here. Now we'll just select true, apply. Okay, now what happens is, when my today, what is my today? For today I'll get 2022 in the year, right? Now when it is 2023, I'll get 2023, right, in the year part. So obviously then it will give you 2023 and 2022. Okay.
Okay. Suppose if we enter into 2023, it will show 2022 and 2023.
Yep.
So can you show that calculation field which you have written?
I'm pasting this in chat box. I'm trying my actions as
so this is a way only, right? We'll do.
Yeah. In the chat box I have put. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay. Guys, doubts?
Hi Rajat sir.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So I have one doubt actually. In my client actually want the KPI matrix we are doing. So for that KPI matrix, we want name along with that user picture, but that is dynamic. Every month we'll get the top 5.
Wait. First thing is, what do they want? Username?
and along with their picture and
Then-
top 5 sales users.
Yeah, top 5 sales we can get, and the image processing Kalpana is just tool, right? You can get the picture using
That,
shapes.
but that should be dynamic actually. Is there any process? So actually next month top 5 will be another person's.
Then you
So
need, did you add image for every employee?
Actually, we have some URLs is there because for that is now we have put some URL with respect to that.
Okay. So when he clicks there, he'll go to that place and there he can see them.
No. Actually, suppose that we have first name is there Aaron Bergman. Okay, so for that particular name, along with we have one URL, we pasted there all the person's you can say name along with their URL. We uploaded somewhere. So we need to take their photo from there, and then we have to show that.
It is. I don't think it is possible. Are you doing that right now?
No, actually, I have done these things in a Looker, and I'm not able to try same in Power BI. But right now, I'm trying to do this because I got
when it
some
comes to
requirement for
Tableau, what we like for the same, if you want to show the image, and if you want, you can show the URL as well. But if you want to show the image first, either put that in shapes folder and associate that with the every user that is present here.
But that should be, I think, static.
Yeah, that is a static way. Image level, there is no dynamic way of doing that. But if you are showing URL, then there is one other thing called here. There is called web page. Right? This is the web object that we have.
Okay.
In this, I think you can pass your URL from the. This URL, whatever you have, I think you can pass it from not here, right? Yeah, this is the web object. The sheet that you have, right? The sheet, suppose this is the sheet and suppose this is the URL, right?
Yes.
Then you can make sure that you put an URL action so that when he clicks on here, he will be directed and that total images will be shown in the web object that is present in the dashboard. We can do that.
No, actually they want just side by side.
Pardon?
They want just side by side.
Side by side, I don't think there is any possibility.
So how many details, like how many employees are there? Like
top 5.
We have more than 200. More than 200.
They want it for top 5.
No. First of all those 200. First of all, that is a manual process. You need to take all those persons' images, and you need to keep it in shapes folder. And here, in the under shapes, we need to allocate the person. Like here, let me 1 second. This is I have done this earlier for one of them.
Okay,
here,
I'm stopping the share. You can share your screen.
The only thing that we can do is that is literally a manual process. First, take all the images of the employees and kept that in this shapes folder. The next is that define all of those persons related, like for example, this is the customer name under data pane, right? Now here go to the default properties, and here you need to take the shapes folder. This is one-time process. Here, for as long as you use this workbook, you need to arrange the person's face. For example, here I am taking some shape here. So for Aaron Bergman, this is his photo. Like this, you need to arrange all of them. Then whatever that you are defining here, you want to show top 10. Then obviously the rest of the things is in top 10.
Yes.
But define them at default properties so that you can reuse them more than one time. Okay, this is one-time manual process. Other than that, you can't do directly. It should pick from somewhere, means that much detail you can't present it in Tableau.
Yes, actually because this is based on season to season. Because suppose I am giving the example of IPL. So every year their dress code is changing and their logo so we need to do every year this activity if they are doing these things, right?
Yeah, whenever the data changes, this process should be done. One process that whatever that you are changing, that default properties should be defined.
Yes, that's why actually what is happening, they are giving the one URL for that particular name, and that URL the backend team will update. Just we need to fetch the value from that URL. What is the updated photo or something like that?
Kalpana.
Yeah, till reaching the URL is fine, but picking some value and getting back to that, yes, Rajeshwar.
So here, when we are using URL actions, right? And you can keep you share your screen. When we are using URL action, in URL action you can enter the one of the field names, right?
Yeah,
You
we can enter the
append
field name. That is what we do, right?
So when we are, if you are appending that, then I think the image is there, right? In the shapes. And
Only image. See here, for example, Rajeshwar, here I am using product name. Here I am using this worksheet actions. Before that, let me copy one name here. I'm copying one name here. Like this is the name that I'm using. I'll be very quick. 1 minute.
yeah, in that insert, you can directly insert the product name column there.
Yes, directly we can insert this product name here. Sorry, this is the URL that I got. No.
But
That's the product name.
Now here I'm going to this shopping list. I'm getting this URL, and here I'll come back and I'm pasting this. Now here I'm going back. Yeah. So from here onwards, till the name that you are having envelopes. Now I'm inserting the product name. Now here, whenever I go, this menu will come, and here I'm going to that page. But here you are redirecting to that page, but from here onwards it should pick, means Tableau can't pick something from here and it will automatically get something.
Kalpana, we can show that in the web object in the same dashboard. Right? Go to,
web objects are something that is entirely on a sheet level. Web objects will be
go to the dashboard. That's what I'm saying. Go to dashboard there. Create a dashboard. In that, drag that sheet. Drag a web object, web page. Now click on that. Now use the same URL. I think Google is missing. Copy it from the sheet URL action. Can you put cancel on that? Just cancel that. Go to the sheet. Go to sheet 6. Go to sheet 6. Actions, worksheet actions. Copy that. Double click on that. You have edit that. Copy that URL. Upper.
Yeah, this is what we want.
Copy that. So now go to dashboard. And in the now drag the web object and URL, put that. Now if someone clicks in there, they'll see. Go click on any other product name. Hyperlink. So now it changes.
No, that is what it can go till this point, Rajeshwar. But from here, it will not pick something, and again it will not come back.
No, it will not. That is not possible.
Yeah, that is what. But here they want that image, right? Then Tableau can't again redirect back to some other.
Yeah, that is there.
That is what I'm saying. This is manual. Earlier I've done this sort of scenario to one of the guys. So that is why I'm clear about this.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I got it. So I need to do some manual all this.
Yeah, you need to do some manual, but should be at default properties level.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, Rajesh.
Hi. Just a minute, Ravikiran, can you go through Ravikiran and Kalpana, if possible, Peter also. Can you go through the comments? There are certain scenarios. If possible, can you solve some of them and present it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Right.
Hi, Rajesh.
Hi.
Yeah, I have a bar chart actually with the axis.
Okay.
We had a chart, right?
Kalpana, can you stop sharing?
Sorry?
No, not you, Kalpana. I'm asking Kalpana to stop sharing. Yeah. Just a moment. Let me share my screen. Okay. Now you are saying you are having a bar chart.
Yeah, bar chart with axis. And I have a filter on the top
Just a
of
minute.
that.
Just a minute.
Or else,
Bar chart with
I can
axis
share
is
my
like I'm
screen.
writing sales. Okay. Okay. Bar chart. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, bar chart. And in the header, like I have a filter funnel icon. So when I click on that, Rajeshwar, I think I can share my screen.
Okay. Great.
Then it will. Can you stop
Yeah,
the record?
I stopped sharing. You can come on. अरे सुदर्शन Vasubabu and Chavan also. Chavan and one other have raised
Can you
hands.
see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you please stop the recording?
Recording, it is live streaming in YouTube as well.
Okay. So here, this is my dashboard.
Okay.
So here I have access bar chart. Even it is having action filters. I have 3 dashboards here. So here my filter is like this funnel, and it opens the filter.
Yeah, that you used containers hide and
container.
Okay,
so the requirement is the user should not select, means it is not like it should be unclickable. The access should be unclickable.
Sorry, user, is it clickable?
No, user means it should unclickable actually. The access should not be clickable from the user side, but should be visible. Because what happens is we created actions, and when I click on the access, it is actually going to the target dashboard. So to avoid that, should be unclickable.
Then you can remove that action.
So actually they want the live access.
Can you click on any of the box above? Like live bridge health or something? Anything, anywhere. Yeah. Okay.
It is going to the like.
It is showing. Okay. Now come back
so
to
here
system.
also.
And if you select it, it will go to some other place.
Okay. Yeah. So we have the back button to come to the.
You don't want access to be clickable because of access.
And why it's showing if you click on access?
It is taking that sheet because the sheet, actually speaking, it should not, because if you click anywhere else on the sheet on a blank space, white space, right? I think it will not take you anywhere, right? No,
yes,
in the sheet itself. In the sheet
the
itself,
question
in
is
the white
why
space.
the access is clickable.
Actually, if you create any action,
yeah, we created actions on the system.
But if you create any action, it should follow like if you click on any dimension only, it will go to the next step. But including this action,
that actually we are like we are doing R&D. Why it is actually clickable and why it is going to the next sheet, we don't know that. So if you can have any idea, then it's good.
If you could have action dialog box, you will see. Yeah, what you see. Can you open that action edit?
We have many actions.
On the axis, which one it is?
Yeah, one second.
I think, but you have only one sheet. Why are you having so many actions on that?
Actually, that they treat us actually.
Yeah, just now you created that action, right? If you click on any dimension, it is going to the next state. Can you open that action?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is the one. This is system-wise data. This is the bar chart, and we have target. We have many sheets out there.
Click on that single select only. What
Sorry?
is that option? Single select only. That should actually.
Is this selected fields?
One alternate that I have, which is which I can, there is this a way to append a sheet in the bottom and make it that action doesn't apply on that, and make sure that using reference lines you get that values.
Yeah, hi Rajeshwar. Hi Rajeshwar.
Hi.
Yeah, I have one workaround for that. On that axis is to be not accessible, correct? Not clickable.
Yes.
So put one blank container over that axis with that size.
But
it
okay, which is floating, right?
Axis will be visible, right? Invisible. Yeah, axis will be visible. Axis will be visible.
No. Here
Only
there is a
blank
problem.
container.
Here there is a problem. There is a problem. Can you click on that
There is
filter
a
again?
filter I have here.
It will move up and down, right?
That axis should be not clickable, no?
But if you put a container, it should be floating.
Yeah, floating container.
But the filter that he has, when he click on the filter on the top, it is hiding and it is showing, right? The play position will be moving.
Okay. Yeah.
And down the line, if some filters that is also going to be a problem, right?
Actually, even when we are selecting one of the bars there, the axis will be moving up and down.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why that will not be fixed in a container, I guess, even if it is dynamic.
Don't worry. No need to worry if it's showing like that also.
See, can you stop sharing? I have one workaround for this. No, it's not a workaround. Now here, as you're saying, this is your problem, right? Now, I'm just trying. Not sure if we'll get this. Category and this designs is 850K. We are not getting 850K here. This. So my point was like, can creating an axis here, and I can even make this as white bar color. I will make this white. This will not be visible. Now, if I go into a dashboard, I am bringing a container, vertical container. In this, I am dragging this sheet, and below that, I am dragging this, and I am making a blank container in this. Here, this. Dragging sheet 4 with a blank container in here, just to adjust to the level. And here, I need to find a way to, what do you say, adjust that values. I'm trying it,
But just now I have created like in sheet 1.
pardon?
It's not like, it's not going like if I click on axis, it's not going to subcategory.
If you click on,
Rajeshwar,
Yeah.
what if we duplicate this particular sheet and we only like hide the axis of the sheet?
now the problem is if we duplicate the sheet, if you remove this space that you have, right? Now that we cannot, where am I? See, this space for these, right? If you remove, the total aggregation is going to a very bigger level. So what I am trying is to keep one maximum value here.
Better, Rajeshwar, can you create in sheet 1 and sheet 2, like in sheet 1, category by sales, in sheet 2, subcategory by sales?
Why do we need subcategory?
Suppose example we are taking, so.
No, here the issue is we need to make the axis unclickable, right? Again, let me put an action here. Just a moment. Okay, you are trying to replicate that, right? Why is we are getting 6? That.
Okay. Actions. Select on the sheet 4.
Sheet 3, right? This is the source sheet.
I don't know.
Sheet 3, and the target is sheet 4. And show all values.
Select the one.
It's menu. Okay, doesn't matter.
If you click on any category, it will go to that. It will not click on.
Let me remove this and make this.
No, it will not go.
Okay,
if you click on any category.
Did you put any navigation action or something? Whoever is using, like whoever asked the question, because see here if it is a filter action, right?
Yes.
It is a filter action and it is not going anywhere. If I click on access, it is going only if I click in here. Now here my next question here is, let me go here. My next question here is, if you are using this sheet and if you are using actions, and here if you are using go to sheet, right? From sheet 3, if I'm clicking sheet 4 and clicking on OK and then OK, if I click here, yes, it will go to and the action will be applied. But if I click here, even that will.
Yeah, I think he created one navigation.
Navigation is present in yours, which is actually causing the issue.
And that could be on the source. On source side, it has selected is originating from that data source. That could be the option.
Yeah, so please remove any navigation that you have and try. Because see, here it is a filter action, it is not. If I remove here in this actions, if I remove go to sheet, then filter action is working here. Let me color it. Filter action is working here, but when I click on access, it is not. But only if it is a navigation, it will work with go to sheet, which is navigation. With the even if you click on access, it will.
Yeah, that was what my primary question, Rajeshwar. When the action filter is applied on the sheet, why the access is acting as a filter?
Perfect. Yes.
No. Actually, if you create an action, it will not work as access as a filter. If you create navigation only.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. I think I need to check that one from my side. Rayapati, can you create navigation also here from sheet 3 to sheet 4? It will be better.
Yeah, that is already present.
I think he has already created.
I removed that. I removed that. Let me create it.
Can you click on that access sheet 3? It should go to sheet 4. Go
Yeah.
to sheet.
We just have created that.
Sheet 4.
Yes.
Yes. If you click on access, it will go to sheet 4 now.
Yeah, it is. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That is what is happening for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can remove that sheet navigation and the issue will be resolved.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Rajesh, I got it.
Okay, great.
And one more thing is there.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I have shared right in my dashboard. User is like asking that they want like sorting. So the first sorting, like they want to select the sorting from their side.
Okay.
By default, they want system-wise as ascending order from ascending order.
Okay.
Then after they want to select as a measure sorting. That means they want, if they want to select the measure sorting, they will get like descending order. Measure is as a descending order.
Kalpana, Ravikiran, Peter, do you want to try this? I think.
I got the question.
See, the point is they have some view in
If
here.
you want, I can share my screen.
Yeah, just.
I believe don't share the screen, Kumar, because see, it is a confidential data. It's because suggest over here. It's always better to not share it again.
Okay.
Because see, it will be a data breach. Yeah. I wanted to sell before that only when you are sharing. If you have anything, you can make a dummy data.
Okay,
You can
so
share. Okay?
here
It's
what
not good
his
to share.
requirement is.
There is always a breach of data. Okay.
Category.
Maintain that. Can you tell me that?
Yeah. Category and subcategory, right? Now he is taking sales. Now, what is your question?
Now, by default, the category should be in ascending order.
Category should be
ascending order.
Okay.
And if
okay, there should be one parameter, and if they select that parameter, based on that, the sorting should happen.
Yes.
Yeah, then take ascending, descending, Rajeshwar.
I think we need to take a parameter then, because
create a parameter and then write a condition based on that, and that will work.
So one I take is segment.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take ASC DASC. That is okay. ASC ascending. Is that okay?
Yeah,
ascending and descending?
The thing is like the first thing is the category should be in ascending order.
Yeah, that we have already done.
Then the second thing is the measure. Measure should be sorted from large value to the minimum value.
You mean to be ascending order. These should be in ascending order with respect to their values. That is what you are saying.
Right, but the thing is that they want to select like a measure order also. Like okay. If they select
wait, here there are two things, right?
of the category
dimension. Yeah.
The dimension. They want to like measure should be like maximum to minimum.
Can I rephrase this question? Is it that you are looking or not? Correct me if I'm wrong. What is that you are saying here is that they are having some category and subcategory. They are taking on subcategory. They are taking sales, profit, quantity, some sort of measures like that. Whatever the measure they are selecting, they want to take that in that descending order.
Yes, exactly. But
so here, if it is they select sales, it should be sorted in the order of sales descending, and if they select sales descending, if they select profit, then it should be
in the view at a time they'll show one measure only, Rajeshwar. Dynamic measures.
No, Kalpana. Actually, they created one measure that is nothing.
Wait. First, decide what are the dimensions here. What are the dimensions that you are having? Can I take only one dimension or more than one dimension?
Only one dimension.
Okay, I took subcategory. Now, what are the measures that you have in the field?
Can you take the sales?
Okay, I took it.
Yeah, this sales is actually, we created the sum of different measures, like the sum of sales 1, sum of sales 2, like that.
Okay.
So, the first thing is when they open the dashboard, the subcategory must start from A to Z.
Okay.
That is the first scenario.
Yeah.
And the second thing is they want to select the measure which provides the top value to the lowest value.
So when the sheet opens, it should be from A to Z, and there should be a parameter where they select sales 1 or sales 2 or sales 3. When they select
only
sales,
one measure, only one measure.
yeah, but again, you said these are
Kumar,
aggregation.
are you comfortable in talking in Telugu? Is it your language?
Yeah, Kalpana. Okay, no problem.
నేను అనేది ఏంటంటే ఒక చిన్న క్వశ్చన్ కుమార్, ఇప్పుడు మీ దగ్గర సమ్ ఆఫ్ సేల్స్ అనేది ఒక సేల్ 1, సేల్ 2, సేల్ 3 అలా 4 ఉన్నాయి.
లేదు, ఒకే క్యాలిక్యులేటెడ్ ఫీల్డ్ లో సేల్స్ 1 ప్లస్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ సేల్స్ 1 ప్లస్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ సేల్స్ 2
అలా చేస్తేనే మీకు ఫైనల్ గా సేల్స్ అనే కాలం వచ్చింది.
yes correct,
only one measure.
మీకు కావాల్సింది ఏంటి? ఈ సేల్స్ అనేది డిసెండింగ్ లో రావాలా, లేకపోతే ఆ సేల్ 1, సేల్ 2, సేల్ 3 అనేవి రావాలా?
సేల్స్ రావాలి. ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ ఆల్ఫాబెటిక్ ఆర్డర్ లో రావాలి.
I think he need
మళ్ళీ క్లిక్ చేసినప్పుడు ఒక పారామీటర్ గానీ ఏదైనా క్లిక్ చేసినప్పుడు వాళ్ళకి మెజర్ అనేది మాక్సిమం హైయెస్ట్ సేల్స్ నుంచి లోయెస్ట్ సేల్స్ కి రావాలి.
he needs sorting based on, first thing is column Kalpana, subcategory where it should be from A to Z. Second thing is there should be an option to select for him to sort these based on the measure values, maximum to minimum. That's it.
But when
Rajesh, can you sort out the subcategory now?
Pardon?
Can you
Yeah, so
sort
this
the
is how we
subcategory
want. Yeah.
column now?
Now-
Yeah, this is how the data displays.
Yeah, this should be the default view, and there should be an option to get back to this view.
Sure, if you are more clear, I have a dummy data. If you want, I can show you.
Okay.
Yeah, that is far better. ఎందుకంటే
Yeah.
unable to understand.
Okay, share your screen.
ఇప్పుడు ఒకటే సబ్ కేటగిరీ అండ్ ఒకటే సేల్స్ కాలమ్ అయితే దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్ బికాస్ యు ఆర్ ఆల్రెడీ సార్టింగ్ ద ఫస్ట్ కాలమ్. I think we can, but again there's a manual work that is involved. But again, let's see what he has to say.
Can you see my
Yes.
see my screen? Actually, this is created, but by using the sheet swapping, but we don't want that because we do have more number of dashboards. So అలా వద్దన్నాం. సో యాక్చువల్ ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఫస్ట్ ఆల్ఫాబెటిక్ ఆర్డర్ లో పారామీటర్ క్రియేట్ చేశారు. దెన్ ఇఫ్ యూ సెలెక్ట్ dashboard.
Now I got it. He need to, one is alphabetical order.
Subcategories in alphabetic order.
Yeah.
Then when we select descending, the measure should be in maximum.
Now
the subcategories మళ్ళీ చేంజ్ అయిపోతుంది కదా, లైక్ subcategories sorting is
subcategory change అయిన problem.
Yeah, so here
okay.
Yeah,
but should be one sheet. This should be implemented.
Now measure based filtering we can do it, but now we need to think about how to bring it back to alphabetical based sorting. Right? The thing is he needs to have an alphabet based sorting.
It is there.
So, but when we are sorting in that, we have alphabet based, because once we sort, initially we can keep it as alphabet based sorting, but once we click on any sorting option, then it's how can we bring it back to alphabet?
Can we add something?
Pardon?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like category.
Just let me. Okay, go ahead with other doubts. We'll see how to solve this. We have this doubt in mind. Okay. Can you stop sharing?
Yeah, Rajesh sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Please go ahead, baby.
Yeah, Rajesh sir, this is Vasu.
Hi, Vasu.
Actually, నాకు ఒక రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఉందండి.
Can we
English?
Can you speak on English?
Can we go in English?
Yeah, please.
Because
sorry for that.
So that other guys also know, guys.
Guys,
No
please,
problem, yes.
someone has.
Okay.
Sorry,
I have
guys,
actually.
Can I add one point here to the Kumar's issue? Actually,
Yes, Kavita, yes, Kavita, go ahead.
Yeah. I have like in the chat, I've pasted the link. In the link, you can get to know that we can need to create a parameter. Okay. So for the category and for the dimension.
Yeah.
And then you need to create a two different calculation. For the dimension from ascending to descending, you need to create one calculation with using SPI value, and for the major value, you need to take only the major, and then you need to drop that calculation in the in specific major with sorting option. Then you can like sort the major as well as the dimension.
The issue is once he's sorted by profit, right? How can I make this okay?
Yeah, for that, there's a one logic we need to create when you go down. There's a logic for that also by dimension. So you need to create a logic differently.
No, but for this, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is the logic. Yeah.
ASCII upper.
Yeah.
ASCII will it take see, this is the problem, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this one.
Now this is the problem, right? You need, if there are two customers with the same name, like almost the same name.
Yeah, we are taking one dimension. Yeah.
Yeah, here, see, this is again ASCII is there, but the problem is if I have Rajeshwar Rayapati and there is one of my cousins, her name is Rajeshwari Rayapati. Now here what we take is only the first letter, right?
For that we need to we need to go through deep dive. Maybe we can from this logic we can solve the issue, but we need to deep dive to resolve exact the issue. But this is the way we can, I think, resolve the issue for this.
But again, I have one more doubt here. As you are adding these here, right? Okay, you are using the decimal point and doing that so that it will be in that order. Yeah, this logic is good. Actually, we can use this. I like this one. Okay, if you have any confusion, I think Kavita, right? Can you go ahead and explain this?
I need to check this because I have not implemented yet, but before I got this scenario. So I've taken this, but I'm not gone through this article till now.
Yeah, what is done in here is, the logic is very good actually. You can take ASCII of, first thing is, if you have one subcategory, right? First take 3 letters or 4 letters of subcategory. Then first letter, right? For first letter, they are adding the actual value. For the second letter, they are taking into a decimal. 1 decimal, and for the third letter they are taking into a double decimal. Then what happens if there is a person who is starting with A, right? If there are people, then if for them first letter will be having one value, after that it is, if there is another one value, then it is 1 point, right? And the other is 1.0 and out. So by this, actually, first you can even take care of the repetitions, right? Rajeshwar, right? Rakesh, right? Now R will be having certain value. For A, it will be a decimal value. So R is somewhere, is supposedly R is 22. Now this is 22 point whatever it is A, right? 22.1. And K is some take it is some 12. Right, then K it is 22.3 or something, 337 or something. When it is Rajesh, it will be 22.38 or 39. Then it will be sorted. But there is one problem here. If there are 3 Raj, right? If you took care of only 3 letters, and if there are 3 Raj in that, then it is going to be a problem because all the 3 of them will have the same value. So they will be sorted in the one level only. Got the point, or did I confuse you guys?
I got it.
You can do with this.
Once we try, we have to clear it.
Yeah, you can do with this. Let me put this link. I think she shared in here, right?
Yeah, I've shared.
Yeah. She shared already.
Okay, Ramanujan says my voice is cracking. Guys, is my voice clear?
It's clear.
Yeah.
Okay. It's clear for me.
Okay. So yeah, thanks a lot, Kavita. This helped us. But I think, see, this is fine. This is an answer. This is not a solution. Like that, I always say this difference between an answer and a solution. Answer is where it works in one place. Solution is where which it works in. It should work in every place. So if possible, if anyone can work on, I too will work, if any can work on the solution for this, that will be very great, because here as we saw there are certain shortcomings, right? So if we
Yes,
can
Rajesh,
address
sir.
those shortcomings, then it will be very much great.
In my scenario, like last letter only different, the remaining thing is same, which is having 20.
Okay, then it is very bit good for you. Try do one thing here, take right of, use right and get the last value.
Okay.
Right, use right and get the only the last, and convert that into ASCII and then use it. Okay.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Rajesh.
No, you should thank Kavita. Kavita is the one who saw your
Thank you so much.
I have already put my comments in the with the requirement, and I try to just try to explain it in the way of in the language of super sales.
Okay, just a minute.
Yeah, this is Vasu. My name is Vasu.
Oh, okay, Vasu Babu, right? Just a moment.
Yeah.
Where is this? I'm just opening that. Yeah. So number of orders year on year. Number of orders.
Yes,
Numerator
that
one
is
of
the
the subcategories chairs. Denominator any other of three subcategories, tables, books, and labels. Requirement: need to plot a bar chart with percent of total.
That is my business actually. That is my business.
Okay, let me do one thing. Let me keep.
Yeah.
You just keep guiding me so that I can. Any others have solution?
Yeah.
I think Ravikiran, Peter, and Kalpana, did you work on the solution?
Or do you want me to explain the requirement?
Yeah, you can please explain the scenario.
Yeah, actually, I basically work with the legal data.
Explain it with Superstore.
Yeah, where there are matter records. I work with matter records, and the matter these will be displayed. There are some matter types. There are 10 to 12 matter types in the data. One of them is investigations, and the others will be like as I mentioned in the query, like inquiry, miscellaneous, and disputes. I need to plot a bar chart with total of percentage total of all the total concerns year on year. But I have only one dimension for numerator and denominator here, and this field will have around 10 to 12 types, as I said, and I have to take one of the values from the field, and the denominator will be the other three other types in the same dimension. So I tried to explain this in a
okay. Now can you explain this here so that we can I can drag them?
Yeah. Can you take subcategories here?
Okay.
Can we get a total number of orders or sales?
Okay. Quantity, is that okay?
Yeah, quantity. Quantity would be okay, I guess. Okay. I need a percent of total now with chairs of the other three things.
You mean to say you have chairs total,
chairs, right? Chairs over other three types of subcategories.
Okay, let me get the chairs first. Okay, I got this in here. Yep. So you are saying you have one more. Okay, what is that?
Say for example, tables, bookcases, any other three.
Okay, I'm taking envelopes. Okay, this action is causing the issue.
For example, tables, bookcases, labels.
Yeah, I'm just taking. Labels. Let me take art, small one.
Yeah.
Okay. Then and okay. 3 subcat. Okay.
Yeah. So simply I need percentage of total over the chairs quantity and other three.
Percent of total. this, sorry. This is in the denominator.
Yeah, that should be the denominator.
Yeah. Is this, we put one more calculation, right?
So we have changed something.
Change.
I think you have
Yeah,
typed it as CHU.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you are bringing here and you are not getting proper value. That is what you are saying, right?
I need this done year on year, Rajesh.
What is you mean by year on year?
Means same, these values should be, year on year, order year
So
by
you
year on
want,
like 2022, 2023, something like that.
Wait, here I need one clarity. When you are talking about chairs quantity, that is for 2 years is there. One is for 2022 and one is for 2021.
No, that is for only 1 year. And I need this calculation for each year.
That is okay. That's what I'm saying. Chairs quantity you have. So okay, you want chairs quantity for 2022, that is separate, and you want chairs quantity for 2021, that is separate.
Correct.
And even your denominators are separate.
No, the denominators are not changing.
Okay, then in this chair.
No, I need this calculation for each year. In simple words.
Yeah, but denominator, even in denominator, you want different years or both years combined.
Maybe the same year.
Okay, if it is this 1 year, if it is combined,
I need to display the year also on the view.
Wait, let us get the view first. So you want here, along with that, you want an order date. It is my order date.
Yeah. 1 year.
So you want here order date, right?
Yeah.
Now here, and let me keep pointing. So now your point is, let me bring this here. Now your point is chairs value. Perfect, right? Yeah. So chairs value, right? So for this chairs, it should be divided by envelopes, these 3 values, right?
Correct.
And for this year, it should be divided, this chair value should be divided by these 3.
Same, yes.
And in the view, you want to display that.
Yeah.
Okay, so for that, I will do for one chairs if subcategory is equal to chairs and year of chairs year of order date is equal to 2022, then quantity.
But again, Rajesh, the date is, the year is, the dynamic.
Okay, we can later, you can put year of today here, right? Here you can put.
Year of today, or we can also create a parameters year selection.
Yeah, anything. Year of, I just put year of today here. Now this will give you.
But that takes me 2022 only. What about 23? 23, I mean,
2021.
The future data is available.
I mean, 21 on.
Yeah.
Because my data is like, we are in the quarter, they call it as 2020. That's a separate fiscal year they have.
So here I'm editing this and let me name this as period -1. This will give you 2021 sales.
Okay.
Now again, here let me duplicate this. And in here, you want rather than chairs, you want 3, any 3, right?
No, Rajesh. Every year the calculation is same. Every year the calculation is chairs wise, other 3.
Just a moment. Let me remove this action. Okay, so
calculation
now
is not
here
year by year.
This is not present, right? This is not present. Only here we already wrote a calculation. 3 quantities. Yeah, 3 quantities. Now
Yes.
here you want, in this view, you want our percent of total with sum of 2022 yeah 20 chair sales, right? 2022 chair sales divided by sum of three subject. Did I put chair sales? No, right? I put, okay, doesn't matter. Okay, now this is what I have. The same way you want it for
Other years also.
so here it is 2021.
Rajesh sir, sorry to stop you here. I don't need any calculations on the year. The year will be the same. I mean year on year. Every year the calculation will be same. For each and every year the calculation should be there. So you are writing calculation.
You are confusing a lot. So you are confusing.
You are taking. Sorry.
You are confusing me a lot.
Sorry for that, Rajesh. Actually, the scenario is for every year that this has to be the calculation. That's all. I need this calculation. Yeah, year is dynamic. I mean, we don't take care of year because the year is displaying on the view itself. That's all.
But when you are taking percent of total, if you don't take year, how will you separate that in your calculation?
Yeah, I need help there only, Rajesh.
That is why we are using year here, right?
Okay.
See, here the point is, now when I am dragging 2020.
Can we use LODs here? We are fixing that
yeah.
Here and then we can do, I think.
I was just trying on that, but
first this is 2021 sales, and this is 2020. This is 2022 sales. Okay. Now these are the sales, and for these the denominator is the same. This one.
Yeah.
Right? So you need this, like in the view you have this value and this value. The thing is you need to divide them with these two values. This value you should divide them these two, and this value also you need to divide them with these two. Or
yes.
You should be dividing this with sum of all, irrespective of all the years, whatever the sum of these three, all the aggregation.
No, that is year wise. That has to be the year wise.
So this divided by these three, right? This divided by these three, and this divided by these three. That is what you
correct. Correct.
Okay. Then here, as you said, fixed, right? Now here I am taking year of order date, colon, if subcategory in, okay. I'm taking any three, I'm taking machines. I'll take art, right, easy to type, and I'll take paper. Then quantity, right. Now calculation 5, I'm bringing my calculation 5 in. Right? You are getting year level aggregations. Now you need to divide this by this, right? That is all what you want.
Yes.
Because if I aggregate these, not these three, I put something different, right? Not these three. Art value, paper value, and machines. So you are getting 217. You are getting the same value. So you need to divide this by this. So all you need to do is, now you can use that one where you are saying if category is equal, subcategory is equal to chairs, right? Now, because these are in the view, now what you can do is you can take sum of calculation 6 divided by sum of calculation. I'm bringing this calculation 7 up. Right? Again, I'm going into format, changing this to percentage. Okay?
I think yes. Okay.
See, the logic
For
here is
we can do sum of this particular column, quantity divided by which calculation 5. It will give for all the values.
calculation 5. This is what I did, right?
No, I'm talking about we can just select quantity divided by that calculation 5 and it will give
But
value
it
for
will give
all
for
the
all, right? He only wants for chairs.
Yeah,
On
yes,
with
yes. I need
respect to
calculation
year
only
only.
for chairs.
Okay.
He's asking about respect to year.
Okay.
That's
Clear, right?
Yes. Yes, Raj, sir. I'll
Okay.
go through this.
Okay.
Raj, can you show that formulas like calculation 5, 6, 7?
The only calculation 5 is a bit here. This is my calculation 5.
Yeah, that is for
include
particular
chat.
year.
Yeah, but is it mandatory for us to use the fixed year, right? Because we are irrespective of year doing this activity, right?
Yeah, we need to use fixed, because if you use include, it will also take the granularity into the issues into it. Right? That might create certain problems.
Okay.
Let's see if we use include actually. What will it give you? No, you are not getting this. You are not at all getting any value, right? Because it will take the granularity of these also into consideration. So we don't want.
Yes, correct. And there are other filters in the view also, Aishwar. I hope that will not affect these calculations, right?
Filters are also there. Then you can convert them into context or use that filter in here. So if I'm using suppose segment here. Okay. Now the values are same, but if I bring segment in here, when I'm showing the filter and I'm checking these, it is getting affected if you see. Okay?
Yeah.
So you can use that within the LOD and you can use that.
Yeah, anyways, if I have a separate filter on segment which is fixed,
we use it in the
only
fixed.
consumers here.
Yes,
we don't have to use that include, right?
We cannot use include because it will go to this granularity. So you cannot use include.
Mm-hmm.
You can try it. You can try it, and if you get any, if you get your solution, please. If you attend any future sessions, please give me that output. But as per my understanding, this should not.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This should be at any given point of time. See, here the issue is now when you use fixed, right? Your granularity is out of the sheet. This is not at the sheet level. It is at a different level. But the moment you use include, the granularity in this sheet at every row level, that will again not give you any proper.
Okay. By the way, do you have any recorded or sessions on LODs, Rajesh? Because this topic is very much
as of now I don't have, because see, LODs is an ocean. LODs is an ocean.
Yes. Okay. Okay, Rajesh. As far as I understand, it should work for me with my data. For my data, I'll try and let you know.
Great.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah, guys. Any other doubts?
Yeah. Hi, Rajesh.
Yeah. Hi.
Can I please go ahead?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'll share the screen. It will keep
again as Peter suggested. No sensitive data, right?
Yeah. Like the dimension names are hidden now. You only find.
So for calculation 5, we have created that fixed year affair. Calculations is what we created.
I posted it here in the chat. I have posted.
Okay.
Oh, I'll do one thing.
Yeah,
I'll
anyways, we
publish
have
this
the recording
workbook in
also.
my Tableau public so that in case if you want, you can refer to that.
Okay. Rajesh sir, you will be sharing the recording, right?
That is already live on YouTube. After this session, you can go there and you think it will take some time to process, but you can watch it there.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm recording if required. If that is not available there, I'll update the same recording in the YouTube channel. Okay?
Yeah, please, because there are many calculations we have done for my scenario.
Okay. Let me do one thing. Let me first publish this to my okay, I need to take an extract because later I might. Why am I not? This is a Tableau public. Where is this? Okay, guys, I'm not able to. I don't know. I'm not able to publish. Yeah, you can go ahead. Yeah, you can go and share the screen. Yeah, I think you are already sharing that, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
So, Rajeshwar, this is basically what is happening is they have these reports in Excel and they are migrating to Tableau. Okay. So now, like suppose there are two dimensions, and based on these two dimensions, these measures are being calculated.
Okay.
And from here on, like you see these dates. From here on, like MTD basis, like calculations are being done. So, for example, on a day wise, sum of like a profit or something. Okay. You can
Guys, just a minute. I'm hearing a lot of disturbance in here. Guys, please, someone is okay. Great. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So as well, this is basically an Excel report, and they are asking us to migrate it to Tableau. Okay. Now there are two dimensions, and based on these two dimensions, some measures are coming up. Okay. So this is on an MTD basis. So whatever you select on the parameter, based on that MTD, you are getting all these like dates.
Okay.
Now there are also some calculated fields here, as you can see. Like from until this particular section, these are some other calculated fields that we are creating on Tableau.
Okay.
Now my question is, like in the same sheet, if I am putting like measure only the measure values, then it is getting categorized based on this date. That is normal to happen in Tableau, right?
Yeah.
So I'm using discrete measures until this particular thing. Okay.
Okay.
Until this percentage, I'm using discrete.
Great. Yeah.
After that, I'm using continuous.
Okay.
So I'm using continuous. I'm able to do this color coding as well.
Okay.
Now I have two questions here. How do I do a color coding on discrete measures? Is it possible?
Back to square one. I think Peter and Kalpana, you both should have some opinion on this because both put videos on this in their YouTube channel. So that is why I'm asking.
Okay, like on the same Tableau page or on the same sheet, I can have multiple color codings.
You can have by creating the axis. Yes, Kalpana, you can also work.
No, go ahead, Peter.
Like you can also have that by having a dummy axis, like average of 0 or mid 0. By making some dummy axis, and each axis you can put that whatever measure you want, and you can put the color as well as per condition. There might be some condition which I believe, like 27 is in red or 21, whatever condition you can create that condition, and you can just drag that condition column in color. So it will show that color.
So along with that, I also do have to show this for the continuous measure also. Like this condition is fixed. These conditions are of some other logic. This logic and this logic are not the same. So on the same view, on the same sheet, is it possible to show both these colors? Like this color, this.
I think we can, right, Kalpana? We can do that because
we can do that, but here based on the number of values that he is asking for, it's a bit tricky. That's it. But
yeah, so either way we can create two sheets and then merge that. That may also require.
That thing I've given.
That there is a
solution I've given to
problem
the
if
customers.
you are taking two
But in
sheets.
that case, should I go ahead?
Just a minute, just a minute. For that, when you ask for two sheets, right, Peter, the problem is there is a scroll bar, right?
Exactly, yes.
That is going to create a problem.
If there is scroll, then no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, one addition to that is if there is a scroll bar, rather than using a scroll bar, you can use like parameter with index to make it as pages 1, 2, 3, and so on. Pages.
Right.
That can help. Okay, that is from my end. Yeah, you people can go ahead.
Yeah, I've noted down. I've noted down your like solution. Second thing is like this discrete. This is showing the total. Okay, so showing totals on continuous measure is a simple thing, but showing total on a view where we have discrete as well as continuous measure, so we cannot show total on the discrete measures, right?
Yes, yes.
That is not possible at all in Tableau.
To my extent, that is not. I don't know if Peter or Kalpana has other views. And Ravikiran. Even Ravikiran is here.
So even Kavita, you can also add if you have any thought. Kavita is also here.
I think adding a sheet should sort this. Yeah. But again, as I told you,
I have added a separate sheet for the totals. So somehow I have tried to convince my customers, and they agreed to this point that they are okay to see the grand totals here on a separate sheet.
Okay.
Now there is one more thing. That is these weekends. You see these bandings.
Okay.
These are basically weekends. So is there a way in Tableau we can create this banding dynamically based on the weekends?
Yeah, coloring, right? You can do that. Again, I think dual axis, right, Peter?
Yes. I think minimum of one we will take and we will do dual axis.
Okay. The same sheet. The same axis. I do a dual axis.
It is like squares. The chart is squares where you'll color for only weekends, and then you'll map it with your actual data using dual axis, right, Peter? I think can you put the video that you made on this in this? I think you made a video on this, right? Can you?
Yes, sir. I made on dimension actually how to color, but I'll check again and I'll upload that again and I'll share on Telegram.
If possible, meanwhile, if you can, then put it in the chat. Else,
yep.
You can put it in. Wait, guys. There is one thing I have to Kalpana. No sure. There is a Telegram group where you can get all these. Telegram. Did I install this?
Kavita, even if you have any solution, you can also add.
Hey, Kavita. Yeah, sorry. Kavita Arora is also there. Yeah. Kavita Arora, if you have any solution, or at least you have an opinion on that, please.
Yeah, I think for the dimensions, we don't do the color, but for like we have different measures. So yeah, we can do this color, but I don't think so we can like give the color coding to the discrete dimension. I think it's not
so these are discrete measures, Kavita.
Discrete measures. Yeah, I think it's not possible because already you are taking that measures right in color.
This color coding on the continuous, right?
Right. So I don't think so. It's possible to give color on the discrete measures. Yeah.
The moment I separate these two sheets, then it is possible because then I will make it as continuous measures.
Yeah.
Apart from that, okay, fine. And this Rajeshwar, you are talking about making a dual axis and then
that is Peter's
highlighting these weekends. So is it possible like it's kind of banding, like right, column banding? So is it possible to get it in a banding fashion, not like color based?
Banding is possible at the dimensional levels, but not at the member of a dimensional level. Okay. Your weekend, weekday is a member of a dimension, a day dimension. So banding is at the levels that you can get it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So because that banding, whatever we define, is not going to stay dynamic, right?
Yeah, that is not going to dynamic. Again, I'm not talking about the concept called dynamic. Here the problem is when you say banding is confined to that dimension, the whole of a dimension. Right? So when it is confined,
what I'm trying to understand, Rajeshwar, is when I say dynamic is, like suppose if you are selecting a date field, like if you are selecting date as 10, okay, then in this view, you will be only getting 10, like until this section, you will be getting all the measures, right? So if you define a banding, so it's not going to stay there, right?
No, it's not.
Because next time when you select 15 or 20, the banding is definitely going to change and it's not going to stay on the weekends.
Yeah, so if you do a dual axis, yes, it is going to, because the background, the coloring of using dual axis is based on the date value, if it is falling in a weekend or a weekday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, guys, I have put the Telegram group in the link in the chat box. If you want, you can join, because in case Peters has that solution, some of those solutions, he can put it there so that you people can watch that a bit more insights.
Yes, Rajeshwar.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Rajeshwar. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, any other doubts, guys? Someone is speaking, but the voice is not audible.
Hey Rajeshwar,
Hi.
this is Manish.
Hi, Manish.
Yeah. So actually, one of my colleague was facing some issue, and he just asked me that doubt, but I was trying to do some brainstorming on same file.
Okay.
So I'll quickly share my screen.
Yeah,
It won't take long. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. One sec. So this file is not created by me, but I'll just try to show you. Is it visible?
But again, this is office data, right?
Yeah, no, but I just wanted to understand the logic which were, yeah.
Guys, no showing real data, please.
Yeah.
This is confidential. Again, I am telling, this will screw you up.
Yeah,
Please,
because
your
company...
if you are sharing to just to Rajeshwar, I am fine. If you are having any doubt, connect with Rajesh or someone one-on-one, show them, that is fine. But showing to everyone is not.
Because if you show
okay,
the data...
fine. So, I do understand right now.
Because
so
if you want, you can create a mock data. Mock data. If you want, you connect with Rajeshwar one-on-one. See, Rajeshwar will definitely help you, or Kalpana or Kavita or someone else. But they will give confidence, right? They will not tell that I have seen the Deloitte data. This
do one thing.
That is right.
Do one thing, Manish.
No. Actually, that was just a. It was not a. It was just a mock data. It was not a live data. So sample data it was. But anyway, I do understand. So that is what.
Can you explain your situation once, rather than?
Yeah. That's what I was trying to do. That. So the filters which we are having, right? Okay. So there are, for example, there is one filter called ID, and it is having around 20,000 IDs into that, and that is the lowest level of granularity. Okay. So in the same dashboard, there is one calculated sheet we have created, which will show like sum of net revenue greater than sum of forecasted, and the count of those IDs should be appear into that section.
Okay, you mean to say when you select the range of two measures, whatever the dimensions that are falling within whatever the IDs that are falling within that, you want their count. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no. So right, exactly. So for example, I have selected, if all the filters are, all the IDs are selected, so all the 10,000 IDs I've selected. So out of those 10,000, there are 5,000 IDs whose net revenue is greater than forecasted. So those count will come into one section, into the dashboard. So it will show the count. It will, yeah.
Let us do it. I am bringing your customer name. Okay, I'm trying to replicate your scenario.
Yeah. So what client need that? Okay, so I have so many IDs, and out of those IDs, 5,000 count I'm getting when for those 5,000 it is net revenue is greater than forecasted. So when the user will click on that particular count, the label count, the whole dashboard should get changed.
Okay. So here I'm taking. Okay. So here you want to see only within that range, right? This is what you are asking.
So these are the IDs, right?
Yeah, you want count of IDs.
Yeah. So I want count of IDs.
Wait. Just a minute. Why are we not?
You can give only count.
Wait, where is this screen? I'm waiting for here. Then if I convert this into count distinct, why am I not getting?
Because your filter is going to a 10,000, you need to stop.
Okay, wait. So
Better you can create a calculatable count of order ID and place it beside of count.
Filter range is going to 10,000 back if you are taking the count.
Yeah, why is that?
You need to select, yeah.
Okay, the value was not taking at the dimensional level. Now here I have these. Now I need order ID count. Now here the problem is the moment I take the dimension out. Okay, let me do it. Let me keep this here.
Once try the calculation field like count of order.
Just 1 second. Just 1 second. I'll try that. I just want to see why is this issue coming. Yeah. So what calculation field? Can you tell me that? Wait, here the issue is between these ranges, they want to see how many order IDs are there. Just a minute. Let me bring this in here. Convert this into dimension or convert this into discrete. Now what I do is just a minute. This is and convert this into context. Okay. Convert this into a dimension. Control shift and bring this.
Like in calculation.
Let me convert this into a discrete. I'm getting above 4,000. Okay. Now if this is the case, I'm just what I'm doing is perfect. So here Now the problem earlier it was coming because order ID, when you are removing order ID, it is actually not at the order ID level. Right? The view is it is fixing at the order ID level, but when you are filtering it, it is at that certain LOD level. So when I'm here, when I'm taking my order ID, it is not. Now here, if you see, now let me bring order ID as well. You are getting the same 53 rows, right? Now here, as I am at the level of my LOD, right? At the level of my LOD, which is at the order ID sales sum. Now here, if I convert this order ID into count distinct, right? Now that is getting converted into a measure, and this LOD which is applying at the row level, it is not able to identify those order IDs. So that is why what I do, as we are applying this at a LOD level, I have converted that LOD into discrete, and I have took that count distinct calculation. Let me remove this. Let me bring this here to text, and let me take it as a count distinct. Now you're getting 50. Now when you are taking an order ID, it is not able to identify that order ID based on my whatever I am filtering with my LOD. Hence here I am getting that. Now when I took LOD and it count distinct of it, I am getting the value. Now here the problem is, rather than taking count distinct, it is always advisable to take count. The reason being, in case two order IDs having, now here the values that we are getting are in decimals, right? But in case if you have an order, right, that order ID which are have two order IDs are having same values, then it is going to be wrong. Hence better to take count.
So Rajeshwar, one thing I didn't understand, like why it is showing only 53 out of all IDs.
We have filtered.
Okay, let me put full total. Let me bring order IDs.
Yeah.
And let me take a count distinct of them. For this, you need to take count distinct.
Because my question is like,
wait, they are both the same, right? Now here, when I'm coming to 4,000, why is it showing such a less amount? The reason being, majority orders are at between these only, before 4,000.
Yeah, but my question was like, out of all the order IDs, I have created a calculated field which is, there is some calculation, and for those calculation I need a count. So for example, in the calculation field you can create, or maybe like sum of the sales should be greater than this, then it should show the count of those order IDs.
Yeah, that is exactly what is happening here, right? Okay, let me show you that in a very clear way.
So maybe in that calculated field you can, yeah.
Now here, if you see this 47 again, let me bring this value as well. Let me remove. Now here, this is order ID sum of sale value only. This order ID level sale value only. This one. Whatever the filter that I'm applying here, right? That is what you are saying, right? If order ID's total value is falling within this range, that order ID should be visible, right? That is what you are asking.
No, actually, I think I need to show you the wireframe which I'm having. So maybe let me know if we can connect one to one. Because
okay.
Because the question was like, for example, these all IDs we are having, and you can just create a calculated field where it will show the only the count of those IDs whose sum of sale is greater than 10,000, for example.
Yeah, here that is the same, right?
So I just need only those IDs whose the calculated field should show only those IDs which is having sum of sale greater than 10,000. Can you?
Okay, so we'll do one thing. You are saying this is your problem, right? Now what I'm doing is convert this or let me do it. I'm taking a dimension, creating a parameter. with float all values, parameter float. Now what I'm doing is, rather than taking this dimension, right, I'm taking right, it is greater than parameter. Okay. Now I have a small confusion whether I should take aggregation or not. Now let me take two here. Like in that calculation, should I take aggregation or not? But now let me bring parameter 4. So here I am using 10,000. But only those that are having more than 10,000. You put 20,000. Now how many are there? One. Only one you have on over 20,000. You are getting only one.
Okay. So I just need a count, like, okay.
Yeah, now
So,
if you need a count, then remove this.
okay, fine. So here you're saying we have only one ID whose sum of sale is 10,000,
Go
right?
and check, once check in the data. Or let me check here itself. Let me bring order
Or
ID.
greater than 10,000.
Order ID, and I'm bringing some of this. Right? Now I'm sorting this. Yeah. How many do you have? Only one, right? How many do you have about 10,000? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now here, if I bring 10,000, 6. Clear?
Okay. Yeah. So okay. Here I understood. So now the next question is so this count 6 I'm using as a label in my dashboard.
Okay.
Okay. And when I click on this 6, like this label, my entire dashboard should show the information of those IDs, like all 6 IDs.
From measure to aggregation to that.
So initially the dashboard was showing the information of all the 10,000 IDs. Now out of those 10,000, we have only 6 whose measures is greater than 10,000. So when I click on 6, the entire dashboard should have the chart should show the information of those IDs, all 6 IDs. And second thing, here you have used fixed order ID on sum of sale, but in my section there are a lot of measures I'm using. So on which particular measure I can create this LOD?
Where you want, now what aggregation do you want? I'm using sales. If you want to use it on profit, then you use profit. Now that is up to you, right? If not, then create a parameter with all the measures and use that parameter in the aggregation, so that whenever you select the parameter, it will be used, it will take that parameter and it will give it. Now you are saying this one, right? Now here I'm bringing this into filter. Now it's okay. Now here I'm just saying 20,000. It is only taking one value. I'm taking 5,000. I'm getting only those ones that are more than 5,000. Right?
Okay. And so how the dashboard will get changed, like some action parameter, some action
you
filter?
need not. You are using parameter, right? No action, nothing is required.
No, the dashboard, because in my dashboard I'm using multiple
wherever the sheets you have, in every sheet you need to use this as filter.
Okay.
Right? Then all those sheets that have this as filter will adhere to the values, the value will adhere to the value that is in the parameter.
So, but initially my dashboard will show the information of the universal filter which is having at the top.
Yeah, then you can convert this into one, right? When it is publishing minimal values, whatever the minimal value, you can put it at the minimal value.
Okay. So you mean so you mean on every sheet I need to put that calculated field which
in the filter, yes.
On all the filter section. Okay. Can you open that calculated field? I need to try that out.
not this calculate. Now you have to go through all these, because here this is just my fixed calculation greater than parameters that I took for there in the to show the view. In order to get the IDs, this is the calculation that you need to use. Now this I am using for this sheet. So go through this video again, okay? Go through this video again, whatever steps I have done, go through that.
Right.
And again, I'm trying to publish this. I'm not sure why it is showing, because this is Tableau public, it should not ask for an extract, because not again sure why this is, because in this you will not have an option. Peter, can you help me here?
Yes, sir.
See, here I am not able to publish my workbook to Tableau public. External data, we use it data to create an extract. Now it is asking for a superstores extract. Now here when I am coming, there is no option.
Can you make that live connection to extract over?
Pardon?
Once. Make the live connection to extract.
No, you don't have an option to create an extract when.
Oh, it is Tableau public only. Okay.
It is Tableau public, right? You don't have that option. Very frustrating.
I don't know. Publish again.
Why am I not? My Tableau public.
You are not. Public is only not available.
Yeah, but where should I?
There only it will go, na? Server only it will ask.
Yeah, server it is not. My Tableau public is grayed out.
That is what I was saying. It is not showing option.
I don't know.
If you are like 15 GB full load, means probably there is some space only. You can only have not more than 15 GB space on cloud.
And by the way, my sample superstore is already an extra. If you see.
I'll try again then. Publish.
Wow. What happened?
Now it's
okay. Let me name this as 17th July Tableau doubts session. Again, remind me at the end of the session. Again, I'll overwrite this so that all the others also will be there. It is in my Tableau public profile. If you want, people want link, can you provide that? Gaurav, I'm not sure, because for everyone it is good, Gaurav. You are saying the voice is low. I think it is only with you.
I think rejoin Gaurav once close the program again.
Pardon?
Might be net issue at your end. Gaurav might have some net issue. You again rejoin.
That is what you
have. Okay. Network issue. Rejoin it again so that you'll be able to.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. So, hey guys, any other doubts? I think there are many doubts in here.
Yeah, hi Rayapati.
Hi.
Yeah, I have one doubt. Like in my current dashboard, I need to show we don't need to work for some bookings amount. Like we are selling some products, we need to show some booking amounts, and we need to show current year bookings with the previous year bookings.
Wait, you mean to say you need a YOY, right? That is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. If we have date field, like we can show it directly, but we don't have date field. Like here in the backend database, they're getting at like a week level. We don't have any particular date field.
Yeah, but even if you have a week level, how are you differentiating between the years?
Yeah, like we have three fields. One is year, another is quarter, another is week.
Okay,
every
then
quarter 30 weeks, right?
do one thing. As it is week, right? First, create a if it is day, we could have used make date field. But now, do you have data with your sample data?
No, like I can get it to the company's data, like yes, better share with the
okay. Now here I am taking year. I'm just creating those fields. This as year. Okay. And again, let me convert this into a dimension. And again, I'm going in and creating another field, and here it is month.
Actually, we don't have month. We have only quarter. Here,
Okay, quarter. Okay.
Quarter is like not Q1, Q2, Q3. It is like 22 Q1, 22 Q2, 22 Q3.
20. Then you need not have here. Okay, let me do it. Name quarter. Is the spelling right, guys? Here. So this is your string field, right? You have this as a string field.
Yes, right. Yeah. What is string?
Now let me check this. Okay. Okay, you have it year quarter, right? Just let me calculate this.
Like here the issue is like I'm getting the I'm able to get the previous year value, but I'm able to here I'm missing it. For example, we are in the current considering the week for current quarter, like we are in the 11th week of the current quarter.
I'm not able to get what you're saying. Quarter of quarter of quarter. Again, this is a state. Okay. Calculation done. So this is how you have, right?
Yes, sir. You can add a string of Q.
Okay, that is again we can add it. Okay, so now if you have along with that you have a week. So let me write week of start. So you have week in, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Now using this, you can create a date using date parse. First thing before that, we need to create a concatenation. So I'm using this one plus this one. Okay. In between, just for differentiation, I'm putting one W here. Okay. Now let converting this into string because that is a number. Now I'm bringing calculation 11 in here. This is here. Now I'm going into date parse. And here I'm taking the format y, four small y's, and then I have you have your quarter, right? I'm using q is for quarter, and then I am having a w. This w is a number.
Here we have here for here we are showing a week for the whole year, right? But we have only 13 weeks for every quarter.
Pardon?
For example, here we're showing from 1 to 54 weeks.
Okay.
But in my data it is like 1 to 13. For every quarter it starts from again week 1.
Every quarter separate weeks.
Yeah, every quarter separate weeks. For each quarter we have 13 weeks. That is the issue.
Okay, wait. You have every
I wrote we have current year. I wrote some logic, but I'm thinking it's not possible to show. I'm not able to convey the exact.
Wait. You have every quarter you have weeks, right? As every quarter you have weeks from Q to. Okay. Then not even do this. I'll just take this. I'm removing these two. I only have this, right? First, what I'll do is using this, I'll convert this into date first. So, date pass y q, comma, calculation. calculation column with exact rate and then discrete. Now, first thing is I converted that into data. Now you are saying you have weeks in here. So what I'm going to do is I am bringing calculation 12 in here, and you have weeks. So here I'm converting that into week number. And finishing values. Okay, now again I need to get weeks within these months. Between these I need to get the weeks. If I need to get the weeks, I need to first, it's going to be a long calculation. First we need to get the start of the quarter and also end of the quarter. Once you get start of the quarter, end of the quarter, when you divide it by 7, it will give you the number of weeks. Then that week should match with your actual weeks. Now here the point is, I need quarter level weeks, right? If I need quarter level weeks, what I'm doing is I'm getting to the end of the quarter. I'm going into the next quarter. Guys, if you have any other solution, please. I'm just going through the what solution what I got into my mind. If you have any others, I'm always okay. Now, if I take this in here, you will get into the next quarter. I got into the next quarter. I'm using date trunk to get to the first of that. Again, and to this I'm adding this. Now this will get me to the first of the quarter. Right, I'm using -1 so that I'll get to the last of the quarter. Right, I'm bringing this in here. This will give me to the last of the quarter. Right, now what I'm doing, I am dividing calculation 13 minus calculation this 14. I'm converting this into a dimension. I'm bringing it in. These are the days that I have. So if I divide this by 7, so this should give me the weeks. Now let me do it. Why am I getting
around UK?
Okay, that is okay, but why am I getting 12? Okay, in every quarter those are the things. Yeah, in every quarter I have these 13 weeks. Okay, now these 13 weeks should match with the 13 weeks that you have in there. So now it should be like I should add 7 to. Now again I'm lost here. Now I need to get these 13 weeks in here, right? So if I want to get these 13 weeks, it should be from this date. They should be adding to the 7th date. It's getting complicated, guys. To this, see, the total motto is here to convert whatever he has this quarter and week level data, right? In that quarter week level data, converting that into what do you say, a proper date field so that he can do YOY. So here I'm able to get the number of weeks that are present in here. Now this calculation 14, I have trying if I can fix them. Yeah.
Rayapati, is there any way that we can connect on one-on-one so that I can show you my data so that you can easily understand that?
Yeah, we'll try to connect one-on-one. Let's ping on 912, but I cannot promise any timing, guys, because my schedule is totally packed. But do ping me on that. If I get a solution by myself, I will try to create a video on this or present it in. No, if I wait for the next doubt session, it will be very late for you, right? I'll try to put a video on this. My video will be how to convert quarter week dates into a date field, right? You have year, quarter, and week in that quarter, right?
Yes, right. Yeah.
Now you need to convert that into a date. Okay.
We can do one thing here, like for every quarter, suppose like for quarter one we have 13 weeks, right? So we can write manually.
No, the problem is when the quarter is breaking, half of that week is in one quarter, the other half is in another quarter. And it is not always the case, because if you are dividing it then the quarter is properly ending in that quarter, and then the new week is starting again. That break of week is not there. Is it correct what I said?
Yes, Rayapati.
Yeah. So in that case, now what I am trying to do is, I am trying to convert into order date get into those weeks, 13 weeks, so that I can reverse engineers to get those in here. Year weeks you have, but in that quarter weeks, if you have in that quarter, first thing is, okay, let me do one thing. Guys, any other doubts? We can discuss this. Any other doubts?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, in dimensions we have use filter, right?
Pardon?
In dimension filters we have use filters.
Yeah.
Show filters.
Yeah.
Okay. There is an option in all value, right?
Yeah.
I have a scenario. We need to refresh that all by getting 3 filters. Okay. We need to refresh all means it goes only in default as all values.
Again, not clear. Can you come again? Now
okay,
here, if it is my dimension, if this is my
category, subcategory, or segment, you can.
Okay. This all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And show filter. You can take 3 dimensions or 2 dimensions.
Okay, let me take segment.
Okay, segment also.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, category also. Okay. Then I need to refresh all the 2 segment and categories.
You need to
refresh.
Okay.
With the refresh means we have to create a new calculator, create a new stage using a refresh button, right?
So
and then we have to action filter into segment and category.
Yeah. So
now, right now.
Now you need to refresh these filters to all values. That is what you're saying.
Yeah. Without all, I need to, once I click the refresh button, it will come the features or first first fields.
Again,
it is possible or not?
Again, when you click refresh, what should happen?
It will automatically goes to all functions, all.
Yeah,
right?
it will. Refresh filter. There is a
Yeah.
video in my channel.
Yeah.
You gone
That
through
is
the
the
video?
that is the issue. Once I refresh it means it goes only for the first value in categories.
No.
Furniture.
It will go for both. Okay, let's.
Okay. There is no option.
Only for
wait.
you want only for one dimension, not for two.
Okay.
No. What do you want? You want it for segment and category both, or you want it only for category?
Both segment and the category. Whatever the filters I have.
That you can. That is what in the video that is there. That is already there. Kalpana, if you can check that video and paste it in the comments.
Okay.
Yeah, that is there.
Okay, my requirement is we don't need all the also value, but once you click the reference with it goes automatically for the first values.
Yeah.
Whatever the category.
Okay, wait. You mean to say you want to go to furniture, only furniture?
Yes, only furniture and segment also first one.
Only furniture.
Only furniture and
segment also only to customer. Wow. Yes, these guys are crazy, guys. Crazy. Okay.
I think you can select manually. That's better.
Yeah. I know better. Okay, but my requirement is they don't need to all button values. They need all button values, but they need refresh also. Refresh or reset, whatever that is. Once he or she click the refresh button.
Now, my logic for this is, in general, when we are creating this refresh, right? In general, what we do when we are creating this refresh, we'll go to filter action and we'll select both the fields, right? So in the target field, do one thing. In the target field, use only one, but the same filter.
Yeah, but I also discussed. After that, I reset the value. It reset the button. It goes to automatically in multiple values. It's not all.
Yeah. Here, my point is in the actions, right? In the actions, suppose this is my dashboard. Suppose there is a refresh filter set. In the action here, in the add action filter, we will add the filter action, right? My point is why in the selected fields.
Yeah, I used it.
When you select, the target is only one value. Did you use
that?
Yeah,
I used it.
Is it working? Not right?
No.
Target will be old field.
It is not
target
working.
I also made it, but it goes for all values and also multiple values.
Okay, again, this is second thing that I have to work on and see if this is working. I'll check on this. And I'll see if we can push it to single value or not. Actually, see, there is a video in my. There is a video on set actions. So rather than using it as a dimension, why can't we use all these rhymes? My kid is watching this. Don't judge me on that.
I already searched a lot of in YouTube. I didn't get the answer.
Okay, so let me search for that. See, set actions reporting to the default value. Now let me copy this. Let me paste it in here. Now here, this is what this is talking is when you the set action, when you unselect the set action, right? That will resort to only one value, right? Rather than having all values. So this might be a solution for you, but the point you have to use is you should not use these, but you need to create a set on these, right? And
okay, I will try to figure it out.
Yeah, and show this set as filter. Show the set should be here. I am using an
No, it shouldn't work.
Show set as show filter. Not this. Show set. Yeah. if with that video, if you can associate this rather than dimensional filters, if you can use as a set as a filter, then it should work.
Okay, I will try.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I have wondered, just in hierarchical field, if we drop in a chart, just like sum of cell by years.
Pardon?
Sum of cells by years in a chart by bar graph.
Sum of sales by years. Okay.
In that chart means that year. If we go for means year, that plus or minus sign is there.
Can you speak a bit louder, because I'm not able to. Sorry for that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. At the bottom of the chart means that year 2019-20. There is plus minus symbol is there for hierarchy.
Yeah.
So how to hide that plus or minus symbol?
You don't want to show this. That is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Then directly take a calculator.
But when we take a calculated feed, if suppose there is no 2020 data is not there, so it's not showing that in that column. But I want that column also, that bar also.
Okay. Let me convert this into. You are saying if I'm bringing this in here, if there is no 2020.
If suppose any data is not there for year or months or whatever.
Okay, let us do one thing. Let me bring a customer name.
Rayapati, your screen is stuck for me, I think.
Is it struck?
Yeah. Yes, stuck.
Okay, let me stop sharing. Now is it visible?
Yeah.
Okay. So here you are saying, let me take certain customer name. Now it's a wild goose chase to get that customer. Let me bring customer name in here and see. So now I'm selecting Aaron Bergman is not in 22. So here you want 2022 as well.
Yes.
Okay. Is any idea? But the header, even if it is update, the header, whichever it is not there, it will not be showing you, right?
Yeah, means I'm having just like that scenario. They want.
Okay, let me do one thing. Now, if you are asking that, okay. Again, the problem is if the customer is missing the date, then that is data source level. We cannot. So, if there is no option even for missing values, but you need to show them the values.
And what is that calculation 50?
Just year of order date.
Okay.
Let me show this. This is just year of order. Now the requirement is to okay.
Can you tell me that what is the requirement actually we are looking for?
Okay, when you convert it into continuous, it is visible, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I did just convert it into continuous, it is visible.
Yeah, and plus minus symbol is also not there.
Not there.
Yeah. Okay.
See, someone is asking what is the requirement. What he need is, first thing is he don't want this hierarchical drop down from year to quarter to month to day. That plus you should not have. At the same time, if the year is missing, right, he should have it in the he have it in here. So we converted this into continuous. Yeah, now we released it.
Yeah. No.
Did this solve your issue?
No. Thanks a lot.
You can increase the size a bit, not much, because this is a continuous. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Raju.
Okay. What else? Any other doubts, please?
Hi Rajesh, this is Shrikant.
Hi, Shrikant.
I think it's a very small or silly question. My client, they want to see the custom date on the filter, on the date filter. So I don't have any date dimension. I'm using order date. Based on that, I'm creating a date filter, which is already defined in the Tableau. So we will get years, quarters, months, weeks, days. So in that, there is no option like custom date.
Yes. Okay. Let me go there.
So how do I need to show so that the client can filter based on the particular months?
Which level you want? You want discrete month or continuous month?
I'm looking at discrete.
Okay, so I'm just taking months with date part. Okay, so this will give you the months here. Now, what do you want from this?
The custom date, like month. They want to select any of the month between particular years or 1 year.
Okay, let me go here. Do the custom date, and I'm going in here for months. I'm taking date value so that even years I'm taking discontinuous. So here I'm converting this into discrete. I'm writing it. So this is how you want, right? Hello?
No, actually, we have like a date filter on Tableau. So we will see all the high level years. It will give option like how many years, year to date, all those things.
Not clear what I'm asking.
Like Rajeshwar, I think he's asking, he just want to select dynamically from two dates. That's it, right?
Okay, you want to select
I think
two types of dates.
we can create two parameters, I think.
Yeah,
from
then
date and to
okay.
date.
Yes. Here
And we can include the parameters in one calculation.
I'm taking a string and it is list.
No, you can take like a date.
Month and month year. No, he want to show different custom dates, right? At that level.
Yes.
So here I'm writing a calculation. If parameter 5 is equal to month, then order date months. Okay, data type is going to else this is going to give us an issue. If you have two date fields, then yes. Okay, let me do one thing. Rather than taking these months, what I'll do is I'll take it month and quarter level. Date, I will take it as a quarter. Now else here I'm going to take, here I'm taking to take month continuous, and then I'm going to take this here and apply. Now I'm doing, here I'm removing this and I'm doing calculation 16 and parameter 5. This is going to be okay. Let me do one thing. I'll take custom dates. I'll create the dates that level you want. So here you want with at a month level, right? Year of order date. plus str of date name month of what is this show this what is the expected closing parameters. So my calculation 17 and right. This is one date field. The other date field is, now don't worry about the order. The other date field is, let me duplicate the same data. Let me duplicate and then let me edit this. So here rather than month I will put. I'm taking another sheet which is 17. Okay, these are two sets of dates. Now when a user is selecting, right, so 17 and 17 copy, right, calculation 17 and calculation 17. I'm writing a calculation field if parameter 5 is equal to month, then calculation 17 else calculation 17 and here it is M capital. Now let me click on apply. I am going into a new sheet, dragging this in here. I am getting in. Now here I am going into my parameter. Show parameter. Now here I am selecting month year. Let that like think this is quarter. When I select month year, I am getting month year. This is what you want, right?
Yeah, same. Yeah, that is the one, and other one is like a date format. So suppose they want to see like any date other than like month, means
Like
between this month
2022 January 1st.
Yes.
I didn't get you.
Means between two dates, like in that particular month, like starting date and end date. So it is in the date format.
Like Rajeshwar is asking, he want to see a filter a calendar,
Yes,
like
yeah,
2022 January 1st to 2022 January 31st.
Yes. So
They
here
want to see.
Okay, then
yeah, same.
you can create two parameters at the date fields and you can get the date between them, right?
Yes, exactly.
So you can
by using those two parameters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, can you please explain? I'll just be back in 5 minutes. I need to go to I'll just be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, please.
Please, if you want, you can share the screen. I'm stopping the share.
Like nothing is like you just create two parameters, parameter 1 and parameter 2. Parameter 1 will be some date with date.
Kalpana, can you please share your screen and show them whatever that? Just follow along. I'll be just back in a just.
Yeah. Tell me what is. Sorry, I have. Can you repeat your question?
Yes, I think Rajesh was telling me the solution.
Yeah, Kalpana, I think he is asking like he just want to select the custom dates, like from date to to date in filter. Then he want to get the data as per the selection of filter. So let's see his requirement.
The custom date wants to get at the month level.
It's not about the month level. It's about like overall, like 2021 1st June. Otherwise, 2021 15th of January to.
The range of dates he wants to see.
Yes. range of dates or range of from 1 month to another month. That is what I want to show. Yeah.
At month level also you want?
Yes. Like how we having the dates like 1/3/2019 and 1/31/2019.
So this range of date filters you want at the month level also. That is what you are asking.
Yes, yes.
Okay. You get this. This will be.
And Srikant, you have added a field in your data set access.
Means what is that other date? I don't have other date.
Yes, it is coming at the month level only, right? What is that your downtime unable? So when you define your custom dates and when you are taking that custom date into the filter, you are getting your range of date filter at the month level only.
But if you select, I mean, if you go like a show filter, there I'm not getting. It is showing only between like years, months, weeks, and days, like that.
Yeah, now I'm showing the filter. You're able to see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Now if I'm dragging, like I'm looking at January, August. So whatever, these are all coming at the month levels only.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the filter which currently I am not showing this type of filter. I'm showing like a not it's like a Tableau defined filter. I mean,
you want discrete filters. That is what you are saying. Let me duplicate this, and you are saying that you want filter like this. This one. One minute.
Yes, this one. Yeah, this. I mean, yeah.
This one or this one? See, I am showing two filters here. What is the filter that you are looking for? Tell me. Now here, this is the filter that you can select at this month level. This is the filter you can select at the in between the date ranges different. Both are at the month level only.
Okay, so this one first, just
this one,
right? Yeah, that one. You have selected only months, but if I want the years also, in that like it will show you years, months, quarters, months, week, day, and then in bottom it will show this month or next 3 months. So that is the filter
you want the parameter selection based on that. You need to change the granularities here.
Yes.
There are ways, but
only at the month level or at quarter?
At different granularities, Rajeshwar.
Pardon?
Yeah.
At different granularities, week, month, quarter, last 3 months, last 6 weeks.
Okay.
So that means there are few different like discrete fields and continuous fields, both combination of calculation.
Yes. If you want, I can share my screen.
Is it dummy data, like sample data?
No, it's so it's not a sample data. It's an I'm working on
then no. Rajeshwar, can you address this?
Just a minute.
But that is what?
See, for that we need to write different calculations. Now, can you stop sharing, Kalpana?
So that is what month, year wise fine, but what is that last 3 months and all that?
Last 3 months, everything is dative.
No, dative, but that is a discrete field, right?
Which is a discrete field?
I will share my screen.
You are getting my point. Okay. 1 second, let me stop sharing. Yeah. Rajeshwar, you can go ahead.
Yeah. So, when you want discrete in the sense, when someone is selecting months, so you want only at the month level data, right? That's what you're saying.
See, Rajeshwar, actually, client, I'm giving them like a filter. That filter, like year to date. So when they select year to date, we are getting the values. Suppose they want to see month, like February range, like 1st February 2022 to 28th February 2022. So that custom values I'm not able to show them because they want
So
to
in the
select.
same place, they want YTD and they also want a custom date selection.
Yes, in that same filter, but we have an option in the Tableau. It will show you everything like years, quarters, months, weeks, days. At bottom, we have like how many 3 months, this month, next month. So that type of filter we have in Tableau. So that is what I shown at the top, and then they want to show, they want to see the custom. So they want to do some custom months or custom days, particular days from the range between this day and this day. That is what it's not showing in that Tableau.
I think you need to create a dummy data or something and show us, because literally we are not able to follow what you are saying.
Okay.
Because that is the company's data, please, it's not preferable to share it anywhere.
It's a. I think it's not a issue. Just I'm sharing my screen.
Okay.
So you can see my screen.
Not yet. Yeah, now we can.
Okay, so this is what I'm telling. So I don't have.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so they want to select a
See,
particular.
those are two different filters. Whatever they are asking, the range that they are asking, right? Now, when it is range, now in the date field, once right click on the date field in the filters and click edit. In the filters, in the filter section, in the filter shell.
Okay,
in the
here.
filter shell, not here, in the filter shell. In the filter shell. Yeah. Now click on edit filter. Now there are two, right? Range of date, relative dates.
Yes.
So when you select range of dates, it's something, and when you select relative dates, it is something.
Okay.
Both are contrary to each other. Now it is not that they cannot select, but here I don't think there is a way to select all the dates, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, no. We cannot, when that filter is there, these two are two different things. You cannot actually show that. One thing you can do is, the one thing you can do is using sheet swapping. You can give them a parameter, relative dates, range of dates. When it is relative dates, show this sheet with this filter. When it is range of dates, show it with another. Now select range of dates there.
Okay.
Now click on OK. Now that is different. You can show so it can be two sheets.
Okay.
Once they select
so
relative.
Okay.
Got it, right?
Yes, I got it. So you mentioned that I need to create another sheet and add that.
Create a parameter. Create a parameter. You know how to swap sheets with parameter, right?
I just started my Tableau.
Google, you'll get it. Sheet sorting based on parameter. That is not a big thing. Now, once you've done that, once you have that, then once one sheet will be with this one, and one sheet will be with the previous selections, previous relative dates, right?
Okay.
Then you can swap the sheet so that they whatever they want, they'll get it done.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
And also I have another issue, sir, Rayapati. This is like I have a count, I have percentage, and so I want to show this in the in a graph, in same graph.
Graph in the sense?
In the, like what? 1 minute. In the graph means I want to show like a climbed count, completed count, and usage. Should be like
three
bar
values
and
there.
line.
Go to that sheet. Go to that sheet. Go to that sheet. Go to the sheet level. Yeah.
Okay, sheet.
No, this is not that sheet, right? Go to that specific sheet. Yeah. Go to sheet. You have that on the top right on that sheet. Yeah. Go to sheet. Yeah. Even from there, down one. Not that. The below one. The below one. Yeah. Go to that sheet. You have that symbol, right? After that, YTD.
Yeah.
Click on that. Now here you want when it is 3. What is the dimension that you showed? 3 values you have in the dimension, right? Can you search for that dimension?
I'm using as is the tables. I created view.
And, no. You are saying there you need 3 values, right? One for each dimensional value.
Yes.
Yeah. In data pane, get me that dimension first. In the data pane, which is on the left side, you have search at the dimensions. You have search button, right? Search button below. Yes. After the dimensions you have, right? Yeah. Search that dimension which is having those values.
Okay. So these are the climb count on app, and another one is a percentage.
You want to show those 3 there?
Yes.
Then rather than using this way, take measure values and measure names. Now in the columns, drag measure names. In the columns next to month, drag measure names. Top. See there, just above the measures in the data pane, just above measures, you have measure names.
Yes.
Drag it to the columns. Yeah. And measure values. Go to the bottom. Yeah. Measure values. Drop that to the text. Remove other dimensional values in there.
Dimensional values.
Okay, do one thing. Measure values, measure names you have, right? In the columns. Right click on the measure names. Filter. And that only select the 3 dimensions, the 3 measures that you want.
Okay.
Click on none first. Click on none better. All will get unselected. Now select the. Okay, click on OK. Now remove in the marks card, you have under ATTR for fitment ID, remove those dimensions, measures there. Usage percentage you have, right?
Yeah.
Remove that usage percentage. Some only measure value, keep measure values. Yeah. Now you have those 3, if you see. You have those 3 values in there. Claimed usage, right? So that is how you wanted?
Yes.
Great. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Alright, guys, 3.5 hours around. Great session, guys. Any more doubts?
Sorry.
Any more doubts, guys?
In the final one doubt, Rajeshwar.
Okay. Yeah.
What is that scenario, Rajeshwar?
Pardon?
Where is that scenario that you promised us?
Yeah, guys, I promised scenario, right? I don't have, I'm totally vexed. I'll do one thing. Anyways, I'll create a recording of that and I'll share. Because I'm not in a shape to address that right now. I think I should create a video of that. I thought I'll share it, but the doubts flowed in. No, I cannot. I'll put that recording in my YouTube channel. Okay? Okay, guys. And yeah. Hey, Bharat, hi.
Yeah, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, everyone. Kalpana, can you stop the recording? Yeah, hi. Someone is asking. Any doubts, guys?
No, I asked you, can I stop the recording?
Yeah, go ahead and stop the recording, Kalpana.